I suppose we should get going.
Yeah!
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give me a slice of that turkey over there, Steve-O. Okay. Slice me off some of that turkey over there. Good morning. We are live on a Thanksgiving Wednesday, even though it's tomorrow. How's everybody doing? Yep, we're here. It's not best of. That's right. We're here.
Yeah.
We're live. I don't know why. I have no
Actually here.
idea. But we are here because we love you. That's right. We do. We sure love you.
We're here so that we can get the word out to the Starmy for people like Loretta, who's going in for knee surgery and needs our prayers this morning.
Oh, man.
That's why
Loretta.
we're here.
Loretta, my friend Loretta.
If Loretta
Loretta.
can go in for knee surgery, we can go in to do a morning show.
Amen. Oh, Loretta.
Pray
You'll
for
be
her.
all right.
Pray
You'll
for
be
her.
all right, Loretta. It'll be all good. Get that knee taken care of.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. All right. All right. Good, good, good. Also, we're here so we can pray for Brody Parker. Oh, little dude. You told me the story about Brody, and I just,
Yep.
my heart sank, and you know, I almost got some PTSD when you were talking about it, because I can kind of remember the first time I puked in the toilet
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Yep.
I sprayed everywhere. Like, it didn't just go in the toilet, like it went everywhere, and I couldn't
Yeah.
control it.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom like sticking my head in the toilet, almost, you know, submerging me.
Yeah, as if Brody isn't already the specialist of 6-year-olds. I gotta say 6-year-olds now. He's 6. Yeah, happy birthday, Brody.
Oof,
Brody
yeah.
got a stomach bug for his birthday. 6 years old. He's never thrown up in his life.
I don't want to do it.
Well,
I
you
know,
got to,
poor
buddy.
thing.
It's part
I
of
almost
life.
want to interview him this morning to ask him what the experience was like.
We should.
Because he, all of a sudden, he was just like, my stomach hurts. He wasn't feeling well. And so we had him on the couch, and there was a bug going around the school. And so he was just kind of laid out. And then all of a sudden, I just see him like running in this little man bun,
Oh,
shaking
poor
in the
little
wind
dude.
as he's running. And then, yep, you heard it. And I'm going, he threw up. And then I was just waiting for the inevitable crying.
This is the first time, huh?
First time in his
Wow.
existence. And so you got to think about that experience. Like, it's never happened. So he doesn't know what his body's doing.
Wow.
So I'm like, just waiting because Jack, Luke, everybody. I remember when I was a little kid, I'd cry because it hurts. It comes out your nose and
Oh,
you don't know
man,
what's
it
going
burns.
on. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
So I run in there and it's just like, throws up. And then he's just like, looks confused and it's kind of like out of sorts. And then just, okay. And then
Poor
just
little
goes back to
dude.
the couch and keeps watching The Princess Bride.
Oh, man. That's the one thing that, man, I wish as adults we were still, we could handle things better when we were kids, right? Like
Right.
when we were little like that, when you got sick, you got over it quick.
Yeah.
And it was just, it doesn't, when you're an adult, you're like the biggest baby.
Yeah, dude. It like made me happy and sad because I
Ugh.
was going, man, some of these adults need to buck up.
Right?
I have a child over here who's just throwing up. I'm trying to think of like, we watched some good movies last night, man.
Yeah?
We watched Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, so good. We watched The Princess Bride.
Ooh.
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
It's like when you're sick, this is what you need.
Yeah.
And so he had the Gatorade, and he had
Ah.
the soups, like he
Yeah.
was just in the oatmeal, and he was
Yeah.
just kind of laying there.
Brody, you want to call in on the show this morning?
I don't want to do it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll check in with you later.
That's still one of my favorite drops from him.
It's so great.
Gosh. So yeah, and then
Poor
at like
dude.
2 a.m. So I got a lot of sleep last night, guys, because we were nervous going, but he doesn't know what this experience is like. We laid out blankets around his bed. We put out the trash can. If you're gonna spew into this.
Yeah. Oh.
And put
He
him to
handled
bed.
it like a champ, it sounds like.
Dude, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, Jack comes running in. Brody's showing up. We run into the bedroom to make sure he's okay. Turn the hall light on, and go in there, and he's just holding the trash can, and it's
Aw.
like, okay, well, where? Oh, just in the trash can.
Yeah.
Like, and then he puts it back down. He goes back into bed and curls up, and then he's like sits back up, goes and grabs it again.
Oh man.
But it's like all in the trash can.
Oh
And
wow.
I'm like,
yeah.
the
See. that-
first time, I mean, even as an
it's
adult,
everywhere.
I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just-
Exactly. I
just
still puke all
end
over
me.
myself.
Lord, take me home.
Exactly.
Bleh.
I'm such a wimp.
First time ever. He's the greatest 6-year-old in the history of the universe.
He might be, guys. He might be.
He didn't even cry. He looked confused. Rightly so. Because it's
Yeah.
like, what is my body doing?
Right?
I don't understand who this human is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, prayers to Brody
yeah,
Parker.
dude. And the rest of the family. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
like
only a matter
Whoa,
of time. That
that-
probably came to work with it on me, man,
holiday
so.
sickness curse, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, man, I just remember every year when we go on vacation, it would strike. It was something like I think it was 4 or 5 years in a row that every time we went on vacation, it was someone got sick, and then it
Yeah.
was like, well, when am I gonna get hit? And a couple days later, there you are in the bathroom.
This is what has to happen, guys, because we have time off. And Dexter and I never get time off. So
Mm-hmm. That's true.
with time off must come throwing up and being sick.
You know what?
Because we couldn't just enjoy it.
Well, you know what? What is let's see. Brody loves vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's E. coli. Did you hear about the latest outbreak?
Oh, great.
When
no.
you need a deadly infection fast, there's only one original herb cough drop that can help. E. coli cough drops.
Oh, have you tried this yet?
Whether you're looking to skip work, avoid your wife, or get out of jury duty, there's no need to consume huge quantities of contaminated spinach.
Oh.
Just grab an E. coli cough drop. Soon, the fever, vomiting, and blood will let you know you're infected and well on your way to a week without household chores and nonstop nagging. So say goodbye to eating raw hamburger and unwashed fruit forever. The next time you need a break, make it E. coli.
Yeah, I don't know about Brody. I don't know. Did you hear about the outbreak though?
No.
There's don't eat any romaine lettuce
Oh,
right now.
yeah. No. I guess I did hear about
Yeah?
it. I don't know why I thought it was something else. Yeah. Big ol' outbreak. Chrissy immediately called the school,
Yeah.
want to know where it's from.
Yeah, don't eat any salad at Thanksgiving. The CDC just put out a major warning about romaine lettuce because of an E. coli outbreak. There have been 32 people in 11 states who have been hospitalized because of tainted romaine so far. And it's states all over the country, from California to New Hampshire. No one's died yet, but still, I guess, pretty bad. Yeah, that can get bad. I mean, E. coli is no joke. So throw out the salad. Don't touch the salad. They're saying throw it all out, just in case you don't want to get E. coli. Ugh.
Deep says, why would anyone eat lettuce anyways?
Yeah,
It's like romaine lettuce again. No, I know. Romaine lettuce
Yeah.
every time. So it's like, just stop eating lettuce.
Eat the spinach, man. Eat that.
I love, see, I'd rather have spinach.
Yeah,
anyways.
because romaine lettuce is like just water, you know? I don't get it.
Hey, can we do like a Thanksgiving thing this morning where we like list our top 5 favorite side dishes of all time?
Sure, we could do that.
I mean, that sounds fun, right? You
Yeah.
said lettuce, and I'm like, I love that. What else do I love? And I'm like, wait, tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the top 5 side dishes I'm thankful for.
And you know what's funny is like salad doesn't really go with like Thanksgiving dinner, right?
It doesn't at all.
When you said
Chrissy
salad, I
made a
was like,
salad
what?
for Friendsgiving, and I didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
You know who touched it? Brody.
See, that's why. Now Brody's, he's sick. He's got the E. coli.
Speaking of, is it like, you know how we have this like cream puff generation of people who just can't do anything and help themselves, Heidi? I've got a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check this out. Somebody said, speaking of kids and puking, a few weeks ago, went to a restaurant to eat dinner. It was a buffet. My son ate a whole bunch. He's 8. Then we don't see him for a few minutes, and I talked to my daughter. Come to find out, he went to the bathroom, puked, came back, and we found him getting more food.
Oh no.
Needless to say, we had a little talk with him because puking was as traumatic for me, and he was just like, when it came out, he went back, wanted to eat more. Kids are crazy.
Oh no, like, that kind of freaked me out for a second because I was thinking, wait, is he what do you call that when you
No. When you're like want to be skinny.
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
No.
I don't know,
What I'm
dude.
saying is, it wasn't a traumatic experience. Like, he went and threw up and then was like, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm always
And I'm
hungry
going-
after I puke.
Yeah, right. But when I was a kid, it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then there's like, everybody's like, take care of me for a week. And Brody's like throwing up like, hey, give me some of that Gatorade and Princess Bride.
I love it.
No crying. I'm like, all right. Maybe because of this cream puff generation, we're like, buck up!
He's a jader.
You do it! And apparently the little ones are gonna lead us, guys.
There you go. I love it. Guys, I have a movie to talk about coming up. I went and saw a movie last night.
It's out!
It's out!
I hate you. You went and saw it without me?
Da-na-na. Creed 2 is out, guys.
I cannot believe you went and saw it without me.
Yep.
Oh, I hate you.
Yep. I got a full review.
Wow.
Coming
no
up.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Also went and did a little workout yesterday with the McVeys. Yep. We'll talk about that as well.
Oh, man.
Big
so
show.
many apologies.
Oh, man. Lots of Thanksgiving stuff. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to join us, just search Star 88 FM. You can hang out with us. Watch the show. And, yeah, you can chime in as well. 505-338-3700. And what's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Remember, the Starmy texted in and said, throw out the lettuce or throw up the lettuce. Happy Thanksgiving.
Aw, happy Thanksgiving. All right, we got to take a break. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
And now, Thanksgiving tips from the elderly.
After dinner, when I'm napping, don't wake me up by asking me that stupid thing in turkey that makes you sleepy. Leave me alone, I'm asleep!
This has been another Thanksgiving tip from the elderly.
It's the season of giving, and we're bringing an early gift to town. Compassion Live presents the Roadshow Christmas Tour, featuring Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum,
It's beginning to look a lot.
Josh Wilson, and introducing Leanna Crawford. Come celebrate the joy of Christmas with us. The Roadshow Christmas, Saturday, December 8th, 6 p.m. at the Santa Ana Star Center in Rio Rancho, and Sunday, December 9th at 6 p.m. at the Pan Am Center in Las Cruces. No more long lines at the door. All reserved seating now. VIP tickets with special meet and greet also available at the RoadshowChristmasTour.com. The Roadshow Christmas Tour with Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum, Josh Wilson, and Leanna Crawford. Produced by Compassion Live.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
My uncle Fred Jordan, who's in heaven now, started a mission on LA Skid Row a long time ago. That mission has been there, I think, 60 years. It may even be longer. And Uncle Fred was an evangelist, but he saw these people who were hurting, and so they would feed them and provide clothing for them and try to get them jobs. And if they were addicted to drugs or alcohol, help them get off of that and so forth. He always did that. But my uncle was smart, and my aunt has carried this work on, is they'll have a great feast and they have the clothes and they have all the things for the people, but before they get this stuff, they have to hear the gospel. So last Thanksgiving, I preached before the meal started. You know, people are like, come on, preacher, get done, right? You know, but that, in our estimation, is the most important thing. Hey, we're going to feed them an amazing meal. We're going to give them clothing. We're going to give them a lot of things, but we want them to know about Jesus.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. She no longer has a place to hide. I am not captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can empty out a grave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name. Power in your name. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, when I'm standing in your love. Oh, my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing in your love. Oh, standing on the rock. Oh, I'm standing in your love.
Josh Baldwin, Stand in Your Love. It is Star 88, 625.
Yeah, does anybody care about the high today? Like, who's actually going outside?
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
I mean, I guess that's all that needs to be said then.
Yeah, I guess. Let's be real, guys.
I
It's
mean,
the
really?
day before Thanksgiving. If you
Going
didn't already
outside.
go to the store, man, you're a dumb.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so packed.
Yeah.
Everybody's out of school. Like the 17 people are listening, they already know.
I did that one year where I didn't get a turkey until like the day before Thanksgiving and didn't realize, oh, how long does it take to thaw turkey? I guess we're not having Thanksgiving when everybody else is. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Shout out to all the grown-ups who don't know what to do on vacation, like Kevin, who's like, hey, I think I'm gonna play some Overwatch while my son is still asleep.
Yeah, it's a good time to
Remember when you were a kid?
start gaming in.
Man, gaming was just whenever you felt like it. Now you're an adult and you've got to like manage a calendar for your family.
I don't know what that's
Gosh,
like.
yeah.
My
He
schedule's
doesn't
pretty
know.
open.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know anymore. I know what that's like, and
Yep.
I hate it.
Yeah, well,
I can't just play video games anymore. I had to buy my own video game system, because the one that I already owned that was mine is being used by children half the time.
Wow.
I know.
Just, taking it for granted, guys.
So
right there.
hard, guys.
Yeah.
In the arms of...
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, welcome to it. We're live. We're here. And thanks for hanging out with us this morning. If you are hanging out on Twitch or YouTube or
a considerable amount of people, more than I thought.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
it's awesome.
I think a lot of people probably are doing the normal job thing, right?
Well, no, Kevin's off. He's like, bro, I'm off. I woke up early to hang with you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
So we got a bunch of people who are off that are just hanging.
Nah, you know what? That's cool. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. And you know, if you work in retail, oh man, whew, good luck, man. I don't know how you guys do it. I've never had a retail job, and I'm so thankful that I've never had to get a retail job. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about going out and Ubering today because today's like one of the busiest days for like families to go out. The day before Thanksgiving. So I was thinking maybe I should go out tonight, get a little Black Friday money, you know, and then we can hit up, you know, a couple stores on Friday. But
Thursday.
Thursday.
You're
Yeah.
going out with me tomorrow night.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you know, it's a lot of deals are already happening like today.
I know. I just want to go out to see all the chaos like we did last year.
Yeah, it really wasn't
We're
that
a team, bro.
crazy, though.
Come
you
on,
know?
the Thanksgiving invasion, you and I.
Yeah, I want to sit in a line for 2 hours. And
yeah, it was like a Disneyland line. But I still use that soundbar every day. I do.
That's what I want to do. Can you go and put like, I guess you'd still have to wait in line. I was going to say, could you, instead of paying for it, is there a way like you could just tell somebody, could you put this in the back where nobody else can get it, and then I can come back like on Monday?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could, but then you won't get the price.
That's true.
That's the point of like camping out in line, so that you get that like insane price.
No
which is
layaway
hilarious.
special? You can't do the layaway?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
because when you think about it, is it really that much more specialer?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I will
Sometimes
say.
it
Like
can be.
last year, I got a sound bar, you know, like 2.1 Bluetooth. I use it every day.
You got it for like $5.
I actually did. I was looking at it because I had a couple of friends that were like, dude, you know, hey, you got a sound bar? Do you love it? And I'm like, oh yeah, let me show you the one that I got. And then I went and looked it up and I was like, oh wow, this thing's still about $100 more than what I paid for it on Black Friday. So maybe it was worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right on. Good for you.
Kevin
man.
says, preach the gospel while waiting.
Preach the gospel while waiting. Okay.
While standing in line.
Way did Jesus juke it there?
Yes. Yes and no. Yes, because I feel like you're doing that at all times as a human being who loves Jesus. So,
well, yeah,
just share
you're doing
life
it
with
all
the
the time.
person next to you.
Absolutely. My
doesn't have to explicitly quote preach the gospel.
My Uber wingman Jarrell chimed in and said tonight is historically very busy if you're an Uber and Lyft driver.
The night before Thanksgiving?
The night before Thanksgiving.
How?
Because
Why?
all the families go out. They go out and hang out.
Really?
At restaurants and bars, and yeah, it's supposed to be pretty busy. So make sure you tip your Uber and Lyft drivers, everybody.
Earl said, I totally waited in line last year for one of 8 drones. 8. I got said drone. And then they wheeled out 2 more pallets of drones.
Oh, wow.
So upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought you were special, didn't you? Huh?
Yeah. Julian says, yeah, it's a very busy night at the bars.
Yep.
Huh.
Guys, be safe out
Who
there.
knew?
Probably stay inside. You know, don't go anywhere. You know, just stay in with the fam and you know.
Yeah,
just
that sounds no bueno.
prep
Like,
for tomorrow.
Why
get
would you
everything
go
ready.
out tonight? Besides, you know, when you have those friends who kind of they need a favor from you, but they only tell you part of the favor, and then you, like an idiot, say yes. I'm that guy. You know Heidi? She's leaving.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Gosh.
leaving to Wisconsin. She's going to visit her family for Thanksgiving, which is great. She was like, hey, Steve-O, do you think you could give me a ride to the airport? And I'm like, hey, she just watched our house when Chrissy and I went away. She stayed there. She fed the dog. She hung out for days on end. We paid her $0.
Wow.
So I'm
Okay,
thinking,
you know what
I'm
now?
thinking, you know what? This is what friends do.
Right.
So of course I'll take you to the airport. When is it? Oh, it's on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
On actual Thanksgiving.
What time?
Okay, well, oh, dang, I already said yes. Yeah, I mean, shoot, of course. As long as it doesn't interfere with, you know, our Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, it won't. I have to be there at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you got to learn to stop saying yes right away and like,
Yeah.
let me check.
Yeah,
But you know what?
I don't know how to do that. I
Now-
don't know how to go, maybe what's
now
up?
that you put it, you know,
Possibly?
that Heidi's done all that for you guys.
What's up?
You need to buck up and do
She's
it.
Brody's live-in nanny.
There you go.
okay?
Yeah, but she should ask Chrissy. I mean, come on.
Anytime we go out, oh, she did.
You know?
Chrissy will be sleeping.
Hey, why not get an Uber? You know what I'm saying? Heidi, seriously?
Because we're freer.
I
We're
guess.
freer.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't spend $5 to get an Uber. That's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Never paid her to babysit for our kids.
I mean, I get it now. I mean, it's very nice of you.
Never.
Hey, man, be a servant.
She babysits all the time.
Be a
And she's
servant.
like, Brody's like my best friend. Why? And I'm like, you're right. Why would we pay you? We never have. So
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. You know?
We've saved
Something,
hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Feel like you're not going to receive that blessing if you keep complaining about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, Emma's like, dude, why go out when you can go to the Calvary service tonight? I'll tell you what, the banner service tonight, dope.
Yeah?
Yeah, every year. Every year.
What how many services we got?
Tonight,
Yeah.
one.
Is it just that one on Wednesday night?
It's the one
Nothing-
singular banner service.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, tonight's like pie night.
Pie night?
Yeah, it's like Thanksgiving banner service. They're lighting the Christmas tree.
Woo!
Yeah.
All
6:30 sanctuary.
I love it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think they're doing pie, actually. They always do pie. I swear they do pie every year. Am I thinking of Christmas Eve? They do pie every year.
Okay, well, that's good.
It's the banner service, yo.
What do you think is the most
they're doing a
popular
tree, though.
pie for Thanksgiving?
Oh my gosh. Duh pumpkin.
You think it's pumpkin?
Yeah, of course.
Wrong.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me
according
right
to
now?
a survey, they surveyed 1 billion people, and they all chimed in with their favorite pie on Thanksgiving. It's not pumpkin. I would say it's pumpkin because, yeah, that's what you get when it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Dude, Christy called wanting to make sure. And when she was picking up pies, she was like, pecan? And I'm like, well, of course. And she's like, all right, I'm just getting one pie. And whoa, 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 whoa. You got to get pumpkin. Pumpkin is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is pumpkin pie.
Wrong.
Is it pecan pie?
Wrong.
I hate this country.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I hate
It's
it
sign
so
of the
hard.
times, right? Except I think I might, see,
Don't you say you agree.
well, I don't really agree, but I kind of agree
Don't you say
because
that.
my favorite is apple pie.
Get out of my life.
And
That's the
I
worst
love
pie.
a piece of apple pie, everybody.
That is the
That's
worst
right.
pie in the
I
history
don't
of
get you.
every.
Yeah, when you said that the other day, I freaked out on you. I was like,
hate.
I don't know, man.
I hate apple pie.
Now I
People
know
don't
how you feel. I
understand.
know how people, when they find out I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I know now.
That's
how
probably
you
the
guys feel.
equivalent because
Yeah.
that's one of the bigger ones, and I usually get roasted for it, and I don't care. Apple pie is disgusting.
You're
The
crazy, man.
consistency, like when the apples are gooey and it's
No way.
weird. I like a crisp apple. Oh, taste that apple. Apple pie, it
You're
makes it all
crazy.
gooey and
No,
gross
it
and weird. I hate it.
A
Hate
survey
apple
on BuzzFeed asked people for their opinions on different Thanksgiving foods. And believe it or not, the type of pie that most people want is apple.
Oh.
Got 42% of the vote versus 39% for pumpkin
Gosh, un-American.
and
Look at this culture.
19% for
See what our president did?
pecan.
Oh, it just ruined everything.
The
Thanks,
survey
Obama.
also found people would rather have regular green beans than green bean casserole. What? What is wrong with these people? They would rather have regular green beans
Okay.
than green bean casserole.
I'll tell you what, I teased this earlier. We really should, you and I, separately write down what we think top 5
Okay.
sides for Thanksgiving are, because we already have division among ourselves.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, it's 50-50 on that green bean casserole versus green beans. Samesies.
Okay. We'll do that.
I'm a string bean kind of guy.
Oh.
Just give me string beans. I don't need any of that weird mushroom sauce or crunchies in my green
It's called
beans.
cream of mushroom soup. Okay. And they're split 50-50 on stuffing versus mac and cheese. I feel like people that go to BuzzFeed are just weird liberals. You know? That watch CNN. That's
Yeah, but I
That's
mean,
BuzzFeed's.
what's the alternative?
what do you mean? What's the alternative?
I'm just saying.
There's only one trusted news source. And everybody knows it's Fox News.
Oh.
Love you, Dad. Love you, Bill.
By the way, the pie thing is happening. I wasn't wrong. I knew it every year for the banner service.
Oh, the
they
pie
always
is
serve pie.
thing? Nice.
It's really happening.
Good. All right, big show today, guys. Hang out with us. We got to take another quick break. We got your news on the way. Hang on.
It's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my new nanny.
That's an iPad.
Whatever.
I'm thankful Amazon never asked why I need all these coffins.
All right then. Happy Thanksgiving.
Ravi Zacharias says our culture is morally suicidal. Here's Ravi on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
You know, in 1939, when the world was facing a treacherous war, King George VI went to the microphone, even with the fear of stuttering and stammering. But his 12-year-old daughter gave him a piece of paper, and those words have become the most memorable of his speech. At age 12, she handed that to him, and he used those words to calm the world. I said to the man at the gate here, "Give me a light, that I may walk safely into the unknown." And he said to me, "Go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God, and it shall be to you better than the light and safer than the known." Go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God. It shall be to you better than the light and safer than the known. The world is an uncertain terrain today, and all some people know is to go and demonstrate and yell and shout and scream. They have no answers.
A Star 88 PowerPoint.
Morning, I see you in the sunrise every morning. It's like a picture that you've painted for me. A love letter in the sky.
Chris Tomlin with his hit "Nobody Loves Me Like You." I'm the movie guy. Remember the movie guy?
Of course.
When they used to play music during before a movie,
Oh.
and then he'd be like, "That was."
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
John,
that
you're
guy.
John Tesh.
I'm John Tesh.
Isn't it basically John Tesh everywhere?
I'm John Casey Kasem.
Kind of.
Yeah. 6:43.
High today of 58 degrees.
We have our top 5 side dishes we're going to do right after the news.
What's going on in the news today?
President told the White House counsel he wanted to order the Justice Department to prosecute Hillary Clinton and former FBI Director James Comey.
The feds are warning romaine lettuce is not safe to eat in any form.
The bad romaine can lead to E. coli infections.
President Trump said today he is sticking by Saudi Arabia even after the CIA concluded the Saudi Crown Prince ordered the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a U.S. resident.
Record low temperatures expected for parts of the country on Thanksgiving.
President Trump has submitted written answers to special counsel Robert Mueller in the Russia investigation.
This is after a year of negotiations.
President Trump is defending his daughter under fire for using her personal email to conduct government business. During the campaign, the president made Hillary Clinton's use of private email a central issue.
I think she's pathetic. I think she should be in jail for what she did with her emails.
Massachusetts is now the first state on the East Coast to allow recreational marijuana sales.
Anybody heading to Massachusetts today? Something for the holiday?
You know, whichever liberal put the news together today, that is just...
What do you mean? Wouldn't
like
it be the
all
other
from-
side? Because
it's
it was
all about like dissing Trump, man.
No, it was, but it was
Pretty
just
much.
all. Ugh.
It's all Trump, Trump, Trump.
It wasn't dissing him. It's just,
Pretty
hey,
much.
this is who he is.
Okay. Wow.
I was actually reading an article last night about how growing up, being a Republican meant something entirely different than today, because now the association with the word Republican, everybody just thinks of Trump. But that wasn't it for so many, many, many years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you've got the Ronald Reagan / George Bush, like HW, and then even into George W. Bush a little. That generation of people who were voting Republican have some different values or ideals than, say, today's modern, quote, Republican. So
I blame Obama.
It's his fault. Good morning, everybody. We are live.
It's hilarious on Twitter, though. I follow him.
Obama is hilarious on Twitter. Can't believe you still have a Twitter, man. Yeah, we're here, guys.
We're here.
Good morning. We're this isn't best of. This is like we're actually here. I can't believe we're that stupid that we wouldn't take this week off. What's wrong with us? You know?
We'll do that for Christmas. Let's
Okay.
do that for
You know what?
Christmas
Good
week.
call.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
We're
call.
saving it. We're saving it.
All right, so before the break, during the break, we both wrote down our top 5 side dishes for Thanksgiving.
People are already like contentiously arguing on YouTube and on Twitch over the best Thanksgiving side.
Yeah, because we found out that according to like BuzzFeed, they asked their people, what's your favorite pie on Thanksgiving? And
People were just flat wrong.
yeah, they said apple pie, which. Okay, that's my favorite pie, but for Thanksgiving, I disagree. I think pumpkin pies definitely should be the number one.
Apple pie's not even in the top 5, bro.
You're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
Not even the top 5.
All right, what are people saying?
Gosh. Well, people are arguing over what constitutes a side. Also arguing over if one side is considered great or not. But I want to get to our list first because I feel like we're going to have some fighting words.
So it'd be anything other than a turkey or a ham.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question.
That's like
'cause
the main dish.
This isn't on my list. But here's the big question. Because this is technically a side. I want to know if this is on your list. Is gravy a side?
It's not on my list.
It's not on my list either. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
would
but
consider
gravy's
that.
like
Yeah,
everything.
I would consider that.
I put gravy on, like, if there's gravy, it's like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's on that, and that's on that. So I didn't put it on the list, but it should be like at least an honorable mention of like, well, duh, gravy, right?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So
Do you want to do your 5 and then I'll do my 5, or how do you want to do this? You want to go 5-5, 4-4? What do you want to do?
How about we go back and forth?
Okay.
We'll start with 5. I'll go
Okay, number
first,
5?
and then you go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Number 5 on my top 5 side dish list is cranberries in a can.
That's your number 5?
That's my number 5. It's got to be in a can.
You're telling me there's 4 things on your list that are better than cranberry sauce in a can?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
I can't wait to see this list of
Yeah.
yours. It better be pretty magical. My number 5 is the glue of the entire plate. It is a side in and of itself, but much like gravy, for me anyways, it's not just a side. This is the thing that when maybe you're tired of just eating a bite of turkey or tired of just eating some green beans or tired of whatever, you usually stick it with this. And I'm talking about mashed potatoes.
Oh, gosh.
Mashed potatoes are essentially the glue
That's
of
your
everything.
5? I mean, I get it. You know what? That's a good call.
Because
it is kind of like the cement that holds it all together.
On its own, ugh.
On its own is what?
On its own,
You're having the
mashed
wrong type of
potatoes?
mashed potatoes, my friend.
They're
Do you like them
okay.
creamy or a little lumpy or dry?
Nah, not too creamy. I mean, I do like them a little lumpy.
I like
really care
bricks
about
of
my
butter in mine.
Yes.
Bricks.
And they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're okay on their own. But again, you need gravy on it.
Nah, not if they're done
You need
right.
you need to put some of the corn. I put green beans in it. So really, to me, it's like a side, but it kind of doesn't stand on its own.
Okay. All right. There you go. So you got mashed potatoes at 5.
I got
I got
mashed
cranberries in a
potatoes.
can. Number 4 on my list of top 5 side dishes is the green bean casserole, guys. And I'm talking not just green beans, all right? Nobody just eats green beans on Thanksgiving. I want the cream of mushroom soup, all right? I want the Funyuns on top, baked for 5 minutes, okay? I think that's all you put in it, right? It's like a can of water, your cream of mushroom soup, your green beans, and your Funyuns, and boom, there you go.
There you go. I did not put green bean casserole on my list. It did not make the top 5.
Unbelievable.
I apologize. However, number 4 for me is also a casserole, and that would be the sweet potato casserole.
Wrong.
You've got those like marshmallows on top that are kind of like, you know what I mean, caramelized into it with some pecans on the top and some sweet potatoes in there with the honey and the goodness. Sweet potato casserole, mine.
Okay.
That's my number 4.
All right. Do you like a really sweet, like almost
You know
it's like
what's
a
weird?
dessert?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at my list, going, "Dang, dude, I'm not really a sweets guy." You know that. I don't like chocolate. I don't eat a lot of candy. And I'm looking at my list, and there's a whole lot of sweet on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
whole lot of sweet.
That's why I really like the sweet potato casserole, because usually that's like the sweetest thing on my plate.
Yes.
So kind of that's what kind of brings
See, your
everything
plate's
up.
missing out because I got something even sweeter coming up.
All right, number 3 on my list of top 5 side dishes for Thanksgiving is Kay's stuffing. Now it has to be Kay Peterson stuffing. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what magic she does on that stuffing, but she does cook it inside the turkey. And we found out yesterday that if you don't take it out and microwave it, you could get salmonella.
Yeah.
So make sure you put it in a microwave afterwards. But man, there's I'm not a big stuffing guy, but Kay's stuffing brings it together.
All right.
That's my number 3.
That's your number 3.
That's right.
Okay. This one's going to be a little controversial.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure it's in every household.
Oh, boy.
But if this isn't at my Thanksgiving dinner, I riot in the streets. 2 years ago, Brenda forgot to do this, lit a car on fire.
What?
That's not true.
Okay.
My number 3 is ambrosia fruit salad.
You know what? Gosh, man, I really like ambrosia fruit salad.
Ambrosia fruit salad is my kryptonite.
Yeah, right?
I'm not a sweets guy, but it's the sweetest, best thing you could ever put in your mouth.
That's the one that has like coconut,
It's coconut
and pineapple,
and like the pineapple and the
nuts.
fruit and like nuts. Yes.
Yeah, I
and
like
it's like
it too.
usually like pink or green.
It's
like
got the
this,
fake
like,
cherries
weird,
in it.
Yes.
Oh, you can still get that like at the deli.
Nah. My mother-in-law, she makes the second best ambrosia salad I've ever had, but she got the recipe from Rose from Western Heights Church, who used to make that for all of the potlucks, and it was the best ambrosia salad I've ever had. She's from the East Coast. She moved back to the East Coast.
Okay.
They went back there to be with family. She made the best ambrosia salad I've ever had in my entire life. Ambrosia fruit salad, number 3.
Okay.
ambrosia salad.
Man, I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
I'm telling you, I took this list very seriously.
Hey, Peterson's. Let's make sure we get some of that ambrosia.
If you don't, I always bring home a bucket from my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Because she knows how much I love that stuff. It would be number 1 if not for my 1 and 2, because my 1 and 2 are staples of Thanksgiving.
All right. Number 2 for me on the top 5 side dishes for Thanksgiving is Kay's sweet potato salad.
How come you gotta keep saying K's?
Because
Are you kissing
honestly,
up right now? Did
she
you
makes
leave, like,
the
what'd you
best.
do?
No, I'm just saying she does really make incredible Thanksgiving side dishes and turkey and
I mean,
ham and all
I'll
that.
shout out to Brenda all day long, my mother-in-law. She's the greatest cook I've ever known.
And with my sweet potato casserole, the sweeter the better. Lots of brown sugar, lots of butter, and I want it to taste like dessert. So, and Kay seems to be able to put it all together. So that's my number 2 side dish is the sweet potato casserole.
I like that. By the way, people are chiming in left and right, and multiple people have been like, "Bro, where's the red or green chili?" To me, that's like gravy. That's of course, red and green.
Yeah.
Like, no, I
didn't put any
the green. I put
on
the green
Sunday.
chili in my mashed potato. You didn't?
I'm gonna have to.
Dude, I put it
tomorrow.
all over everything.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah,
I didn't.
So
this
that
year.
doesn't count. No, these are sides. This is a full side. That's not a side. That goes on everything.
Okay.
All right, number 2. My number 2, which I was a little surprised yours was lower, stuffing. Duh. Kay's stuffing is phenomenal.
See, I told you.
But I just love stuffing in general.
See, I don't.
Because when else do you have stuffing? Like, it's literally the Thanksgiving thing.
Right, yeah. It kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love stuffing.
Yeah, I think that's all that the Pilgrims ate back in the day.
Was
it's just stuffing.
How they got fat, because it's mostly bread.
Yes, that's right. All right.
By the way, to everybody who's never had ambrosia fruit salad, call me, dog. I'll help you make it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody though. You know,
what? It's the best thing you'll ever eat.
Do you like it? Am I thinking of something? Because I know there's a white version and then there's also like a green version, right?
That's what I'm saying. It could be green. It could be pink.
I was thinking maybe the green is that a different type of salad, but I think it's the same.
No,
isn't
but
it?
I think that's the pistachio. That might be a little different.
I think it is different than the ambrosia.
Ambrosia,
Yeah.
is usually. I think it's usually pink.
You're right.
At our table, pinkish flavor. Or yeah.
All
See?
right.
Do you like walnuts in your ambrosia salad?
I do.
Heck
actually.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bring on the nuts.
Oh
Come on.
my gosh, I need it now!
Whoa, bro.
1 day away. 1 day away. The countdown begins. All right. And speaking of countdown, we're on to number 1.
Number 1.
This is your number 1. This is the greatest side.
This is the
at Thanksgiving?
greatest side
Oh man.
for Thanksgiving. And if this side isn't there on Thanksgiving, I will light a car on fire. My number 1 is mashed potatoes.
That's my 5.
I know.
That's
Mine's
my
number
5,
1. I
'cause
have
it's
to have
like
my
just
mashed
the
potatoes.
glue.
Dude,
Like
I
it's
have
just,
to have the mashed
well,
potatoes.
Duh. I mean, I agree because I'm saying the same thing. Like,
you know what?
But on
Ditch
its
the
own,
turkey. I'll just have mashed potatoes as my main dish.
Wow.
I could probably eat mashed potatoes.
Do you know
every
what's
day, all day.
ironically, hilariously awesome about you and I? Okay, you're number 1, my number 5, mashed potatoes. What was your number 5?
Cranberries in a can.
Number 1 for me.
No kidding?
Canned cranberry
Wow.
sauce.
That was your number 1, which
Yes,
you didn't get
dude.
to have on Friendsgiving.
Not that stupid fruity like oranges and pomegranates. Like, oh, I made this.
Yeah.
It's my father's recipe
Right.
from the Duchess of York. I hate when people try and make cranberry sauce like
Yeah.
super fancy. Just give me it in a can. I will eat it out of the can with a spoon.
Do you like the Ocean Spray brand?
I do. I got 3 cans of it yesterday.
Oh,
Because
man.
Brenda never does that
Buddy.
because she's the super fancy with everything else. And I'm like, nah, dog, we're going old school with this one. Need a can opener? Boom! 8 slices of that, some ambrosia fruit salad.
I love it.
It was hard for me. It was between canned cranberry sauce and ambrosia fruit salad, honestly.
Nice.
Because it's just,
I love it.
man, I guess that's the day I indulge in all of the sweets.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, corn on the cob or cornbread. When's the last time you had corn on the cob or cornbread on Thanksgiving? I never
man.
have that either.
Actually, we have cornbread. We do
Do
have
you?
cornbread.
Oh, man.
The Hawaiian rolls, though.
Oh,
Shout out to the
right?
Hawaiian rolls. Honorable mentions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Starmy, what's your top 5? We want to know. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? so many people chiming in right now.
Chime in, guys. We are on Twitch. We're on YouTube at Star 88 FM. If you want to chime in there, you can call us when we come back. 505-338-3700. And what's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Man, we got a lot to get to this morning. I know I'm going to do my Creed 2 review. I went and saw it last night. Sam Swan going to be joining us this morning. And I got some good mom, bad dad stories coming up.
Good.
That,
it's about my family.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. Hang out.
Here's a hot spot from Skip Heitzig.
Historically, traditionally, many Christians have been sin sniffers, but God is a sin fixer.
How do you respond when you see someone in a sin you were once snared in?
God has saved you. So whenever you approach somebody caught in a sin, you got to let the rocks out of your hand. You got to drop those stones.
Hotspot. Here's a hot tip. Access Skip's entire teaching library at connectwithskip.com. Connectwithskip.com.
God loves you just the way you are, but he loves you too much to leave you that way. When you come to him the way you are, he then cleans you up.
Grow in your faith with Skip's reading plans. Search for Skip Heitzig in the YouVersion Bible app. Skip says, whatever your past, relax. The Lord is larger than your spiritual rap sheet.
God always has bigger and better plans for you than you have for yourself. And this is the best. To be washed, to be sanctified, to be justified.
Hotspot.
Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
Do you know why some of us never win great victories, great battles for God? It's because we don't show up. We're not there for the battle. David was willing to risk it all because he knew that God was greater than the giant. Saul and the children of Israel, the armies of Israel, they were seeing David. They were saying, David, have you seen that giant? And David is saying, man, have you seen my God? My God is greater than that giant. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. This is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
Captivated, I say it, I'm on a whole new intrigue. My space invaded, upgraded, I hear you talking to me. It's in the boom of the thunder, it's in the cool of the rain. And I'll say, I don't ever wanna get away. Tonight is beautiful, it's got my mind on you. And everywhere I turn is a reminder. I see you in everything. And every beat of my heart keeps reminding me I see you in every little thing all day. No matter where I go, I know your love is finding me. I see you in everything. You're all up in everything. My soul's awakened, I'm taken by all the beauty you bring. You got it blaring, I'm staring, love watching you do your thing. There's no mistaking your style, no mistaking your touch. I see the grand, I see the subtle of your love. Lord, I see you in everything, all day. And every beat of my heart keeps reminding me I see you in every little thing, all day. No matter where I go, I know your love is finding me. It's finding me in everything, all day. And every beat of my heart keeps reminding me I see you in every little thing all day. No matter where I go, I know my mind on you. And everywhere I turn is a reminder. From the sparkle in her eyes to the starlit open skies, you bring my heart to life, fill me with wonder. I see you in everything, all day, and every beat of my heart keeps reminding me. I see you in every little thing, all day, no matter where I go, I know your love is finding me. I see you in everything, you're all up in everything. I see you in everything, you're all up in everything. Oh, I can see your love in everything, and that's why you'll always be my everything. Yeah, I can see your love in everything, and that's why you'll always be my everything.
That's Toby Mac. Everything on this Turkey Wednesday, 7:04. Good morning.
High today at 58 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Tex and Steve-O.
So if you missed it, Steve-O and I just went over our top 5 side dishes for Thanksgiving. And, yeah, it was very different. Very, very different. But what are the star mean? A lot of people chiming in on their favorite side dishes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Ambrosia fruit salad, hearts for days.
Gotta get some, man.
On the flip side, somebody said ambrosia salad, blech, texture trauma. We're sort of ditching the traditional for New Mexico Thanksgiving this year. Enchiladas, carne adobada, and of course mashed potatoes, apple crisp. Somebody said I have 2 different recipes of green chili enchiladas that I'm preparing just to eat it.
Enchilada.
Weird Al for Thanksgiving too.
Nice.
My grandmother Rena makes the best yeast rolls.
Ooh.
Buy fresh. She's 78, still makes them. They're awesome.
I don't like the name yeast rolls.
I know.
I don't know.
Jor-El, bro.
Yeah?
Cranberries in a can, mac and cheese, stuffing, amarillos.
What's that? What's amarillos?
Amarillos, I think is what he meant. It's a town in Texas.
Oh.
He likes that 72-ounce steak.
He likes armadillos?
Yeah.
You eat armadillos for Thanksgiving? Get out of here.
I don't know the other 2, bro. Rice with something. Arroz con gandola.
Okay.
And tostones.
Tostones? What are tostones?
I don't know, bro. I'm going to totally look these up.
Okay.
Jor-El, you're like hitting us with these.
Maybe you could speak English.
Oh, wow. Wow. They're twice fried slices of fruit.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Actually looks really good.
That's almost like Brazilian.
Yeah.
I love fried bananas. So good.
And
Thank you.
amarillos are, let's see, they're yellows. Oh, they're bananas.
Oh,
they're just like sweet fried bananas.
Oh, I love fried bananas.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, fry them in coconut oil. It's so good.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Brandon says hardest thing to do going to work. Hardest thing to do going to work before a holiday, half day. Able to enjoy the morning invasion. Happy Thanksgiving, happy pre-Thanksgiving. I can't read, bro. I think I'm having a.
You're having a stroke, bro?
Yeah, no, I don't want to joke
Okay.
about that right now. Just
yeah.
heard some horrible news, guys. We'll have
Sorry.
to share that news in a sec. Yeah, our boy Paul, ocean spray can cranberries all day.
Oh yeah, I forgot to text Paul back. Sorry, dude.
Landon says, 1, stuffing comes out of the tail end of a turkey, gross. 2, never had ambrosia fruit salad. Dang, dude, you have not lived life, Landon. You have not lived life.
Is that my son?
No. Unless his name is Landon Ivy on YouTube.
No, it's not.
No. Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, thanks for chiming in. You guys can text in. You can call us. Phone lines are open if you want to call.
By the way, all of the stuff that our boy Jor-El was chiming in with was from Puerto Rico!
Puerto Rico. Beautiful, man. Are you Puerto Rican,
Rico.
Jor-El? You Puerto Rican, bro? It's cool, man.
Yeah.
505-338-3700. We definitely would love to have you chime in and call in, or you can hit us up on YouTube or Twitch at Star 88 FM.
By the way, if you don't know, we're on Twitch now. Twitch.tv is a way to get to it. I know some people have found it hard to get there, but I'll tell you what, once you're there, I actually like Twitch better.
Yeah?
I really do.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a few safety
few safety, what do you call it? I'm having a stroke as well. Thanksgiving pet safety tips.
I like that. Okay.
Okay? That's what I was looking for. Tips. Pet safety tips for Thanksgiving because we care about our dogs. Cats, I mean, yeah, cats, they'll just destroy everything. Like that Malcolm in the Middle guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder, hey, don't feed your pets, your dog, Thanksgiving dinner stuff, all right? They stick to the dog food, all right? They're dogs. They don't eat people food.
Oh, man, I bet you this is the worst time. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, no pie, no desserts. That's on the list. Don't give that to your pooch. Of course, chocolate, you should know that's harmful. Artificial sweeteners. There's a lot of that in a lot of these desserts, and that'll hurt your dog. Okay? Yeast dough can cause problems for pets as well, including gas, painful gas, and potential dangerous bloating. This is a big one because of turkey bones. I actually had a dog when I was younger die. It was just, gosh, man. Rommel, rest in peace, Rommel. That's a whole other story with Rommel, the name my dad chose for that dog. But Rommel died because, well, he got into the trash and ate some turkey bones and got lodged in his throat, and he died. So be careful.
That's horrible,
It's terrible.
man.
Yeah, chicken and turkey bones. You can't give those to dogs. Let's see. Be careful with decorative plants. Don't forget that sunflowers and festive plants can be toxic to pets. Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have problems with that here?
That's a real thing, man.
We live in the desert. Nobody has plants.
That's also true.
We have cactus.
Although I will say, because of that, I think it's more dangerous for dogs because usually what happens here in New Mexico is since we can't grow plants outside, everybody's like growing them in their windows or they got these plants indoors and don't realize some of those can be toxic and or deadly to their animal who's inside with the plant.
Okay.
Just saying, yo.
Make sure you put your dogs away if you're going to have family over because, Ricky, yeah, things happen. Let's just say a kid decides to, kick your dog.
Oh.
And the dog's like, oh, you're not going to kick me. I'm bite you.
Oh.
Next thing you know, you have your dog in Mexico, get to ship them away. Anyways, just be careful. If you have a pet that you're not really sure of, that doesn't do well around lots of people. Because pets get anxiety, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I have a dog with anxiety.
And again, never leave your pets alone in vehicles. That's bad. So there you go. There's a few safety tips for you pet owners out there. And, if you're not responsible enough, you can't have a pet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some of you people just should not have pets. Like me. Yeah, I technically don't really have pets, so I'm good. Let's see. Did you want to talk about your boy, your friend, real quick? It's kind of bummer news.
Yeah,
but
I don't have a lot of news on it other than the fact that for those that are fans of good Christian hip hop, you probably know, our boy Propaganda, Lecrae. They at Humble Beast, there's one DJ alone that stands above everyone else. His name's DJ Effecto, and he was out here for the King's Kaleidoscope propaganda tour. Dude, culinary master, dope chef. In fact, last time he was here, I got to smoke a tri-tip for him, and I was actually kind of like nervous because he's like a real chef in LA, and I'm going, oh man, he's gonna just judge my food, and he liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I guess while traveling Spain this last week, he suffered a heart attack and passed away.
Oh man.
So I know a big part of the Christian hip hop community, major part of Propaganda sound, and the Humble Beast label, very well respected in the Christian hip hop community. And so, man, thoughts and prayers go out to his family, to Propaganda, to Lecrae, to all of his friends.
How old did you say he was?
dude, I don't.
In his
I don't know.
30s?
Yeah, 30s, man.
Oh my gosh.
Heart attack.
Jeez.
He was traveling in Spain. He did like to travel a lot. I loved following him on Instagram, seeing all of the things that he was doing, like spinning records and just sharing the gospel. And an amazing dude. Only got to hang out with him a couple times, but
Here he is. This is DJ Effecto.
yeah.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah, man. He seriously, he was here at the Lobo Theater spinning records and just a phenomenal dude.
Did he have any, was he married? Did he have any kids or anything?
No, not married. I can't remember if he has a daughter. Like I said, I only got to hang out with him twice.
Yeah, it's crazy,
But man, really, really nice guy. Like seriously, always the nicest of dudes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I woke up to it on Instagram and was like, what? And so I started trying to do some research just to see, and it was like, yeah, that's real. That really happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we got to be so careful, man. We have to check our family history and know, like, hey, if heart attacks run in the family, you got to really watch yourself, man. You really do. Like, that's kind of where I'm at in my life. You know, I'm almost 40 years old. One of my uncles, he had a heart attack in his 40s, runs in the family, and it's like, gosh, I can do things to prevent this. And if I'm going to be overweight and I'm going to eat fast food, then I'm most likely probably going to get a heart attack and could possibly die. It's crazy to think that, you know, you can get a heart attack at that age in your 30s, man. It's so young.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah, our boy Austin chiming in on Twitch saying, man, he was a good guy, good DJ, fun to work with. Yeah, Austin ran lights for that show, I believe, with the King's Kaleidoscope and Prop Tour. And man, seriously, I was just, he's like younger than us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Heart attack.
Yep.
Sad news today, guys.
Very sad.
But I mean, I know he's like, I don't want to come off as disrespectful because, you know, man, whatever he's doing in heaven, that dude loved Jesus. And so eating all the best food now and spinning the best records.
Nice, man. Well,
man, yeah.
Yeah, prayers to his family. That's too bad.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. What do we got coming up? Sam Swan will be joining us here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Is he coming
Swan. Yeah, it's our
Is
Friday.
he going to make it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he
We'll
texted,
see.
right? Yeah. When I come back, I'll share a few. I won't spoil anything. Of course, I'm not going to spoil anything. But I watched Creed 2 last night.
Oh.
That's right. It's out. So I'll do that. And a dad is accused of dressing up like a ref to help his son's team win a high school football game.
Oh,
good dad or bad dad? We'll find out. And that's a dad that loves his son.
Okay, I mean,
yeah. Some other Thanksgiving stuff on the way. Good morning, YouTubers. Good morning, Twitchers. That's right, Star 88 FM. Just go to twitch.tv and search us Star 88 FM, and then on YouTube, you'll find us. All right, we'll be right back. Hang on.
It's almost Thanksgiving, and you're wondering how to keep the big meal civil without any arguments about politics, right? Well, you can't, unless you get the new Explode-O-Matic turkey. You'll have a peaceful and argument-free Thanksgiving with this specially designed Thanksgiving dinner guest, inside which is a highly sensitive microphone, any mention of a preset keyword, and...
Hey, have any of you seen the latest tweet from Trump?
Sure, you'll be scraping cranberries off the dining room walls until next year, but hey, no political arguing at the table. Get the new Explode-O-Matic turkey today. And make sure you ask about the special attachment to get rid of any dinner guests who announce they're vegan and can't eat anything you serve.
For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like chili rellenos, burrito de Eduardo, the BOG burrito, and carne adobada. La Salita is friendly to those who are vegan or gluten-free and offers catering, as well as a rewards program at 1950 Wansabo or online at lasalita.com. Star 88 thanks La Salita for their support. Imagine a world where you could simply speak aloud what you want to listen to And it happened. Well, good news. If you have an Amazon Echo or Dot or another Alexa-enabled device, you now live in that world. It's incredibly simple. All you have to do is say, Alexa, play Star 88.
Star 88 from TuneIn.
You don't need to do anything else. No skills required. Just ask Alexa to play Star 88 and enjoy.
California. Rick, right? I'm Negan.
Hey, it's Steve-O from The Morning Invasion, and this is In the World. Netflix announced they will develop a new series and film projects based on C.S. Lewis's beloved The Chronicles of Narnia series. Under the terms of a multi-year deal between Netflix and the C.S. Lewis Company, Netflix will develop classic stories from across the Narnia universe into a series and films for its members worldwide. The Narnia books have sold more than 100 million copies and been translated in more than 47 languages worldwide. The deal marks the first time in history that rights to the entire 7-book series of the Narnia universe have been held by the same company. So shout out to Netflix for keeping true to their word to bring about some faith-based, family-friendly programming. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to bring to the table with the Chronicles of Narnia. I'm Steve-O, and that's what's happening in the world of television.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Had as much of you as I can take. I'm so done, so over being afraid. I've gone through the motions, I've been back and forth. I know that you're thinking you've heard this before. I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna say it, yeah. Fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong, and I am free. Got my own identity. So fear you will never be welcome here. Take a minute, let it settle in. You probably never saw it coming. Something's gotta give, so I give up you. Oh, there's no room for you here, yeah, I've had enough. The no vacancy sign on my heart is lit up. In case you didn't hear it, here it is again. Oh, fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong, and I am free. Got my own identity. So fear you will never be welcome here. Is there anybody out there just like me? Anybody out there? Anybody needing fear to leave? Oh, yeah. If you don't know how to say it, sing along with me. Sing fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong, brave, and I am free. Got my own identity. So fear you will never be welcome here. Goodbye, goodbye, fear. Whoa, you will never be welcome here.
Sing along to every song with Francesca Battistelli. It's 7:22.
You don't know me.
Mm-hmm. You were singing along.
Breakup song.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? Had a day 58 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yeah, that's right, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey Tay. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday. Shout out to everybody, working hard, hitting that retail. It's going to be a crazy, crazy week, I guess, Black Friday. No longer. I mean, I guess it's kind of good that they spread it out now between today, Thursday, and Friday because it probably does. It probably stops a lot of the chaos on Black Friday, right? Maybe?
Hopefully?
Maybe? Because maybe some people get it out of the way. I don't know.
Last year we were there and it was still just as messy.
Yeah.
We were in line for hours.
You punched only 3 guys.
Okay.
Only 3.
You can't say that. Technically, one of them was a female. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Whoa, bro. Yeah, put your head down in my armpit.
You can't make up stupid things.
Well, what?
You know what the funny thing, though, is? Seriously, guys, be careful on Black Friday because the nastiest of the bunch I have found is that mom who is gunning for that deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't have a care in the world because you're not going to fight a mom.
That's true.
All of the crazy contentious people last year that were overwhelmingly obnoxious and hard to deal with were ladies.
Yeah.
Dudes were just like upset, like, standing there. Man, there was some crazy people last year we had to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, we got to go
Wigs
this
are
year.
flying.
We got to go this year.
Oh, we'll see, man.
It's always fun.
Did you find me a deal?
Well, what do you?
I told you I want that Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for. Maybe I don't know.
I'll look.
Maybe some workout clothes.
Yeah. Britt says Seth and I love shopping after dinner on Thursday. Seth especially. Yeah, remember last year when they were like, we're all going to meet up and we're all going to shop together. And then instead she was like, I'm so sorry, guys. We went to Kohl's and then we were at Target and then we were out here and then we were at this place. And I'm going, cool, man. We're still in line at Best Buy.
Right.
Still in line. The one place we went to, they were at like 7 places on Thanksgiving.
Hey, guys. It's Britt.
Hey,
Sweet invite.
Britt, looking forward to your phone call sometime this morning so we can talk
man.
about our hot Pilates class
sorry,
yesterday.
Guys. I'm so
That's right. I did hot Pilates yesterday.
It was on my calendar and everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, we knew you weren't going to be there, so no bigs. But
I
man.
wanted to prove you guys wrong.
Yeah, you did?
I really did.
You would never, ever, ever last. You wouldn't. It was.
Oh, really?
It was insane. Like, I've done the hot yoga.
Okay.
This was like hot yoga on steroids.
Okay.
Like, it was next level. And I don't know. I'll save it for when Britt calls in because, yeah.
You don't think I'd last?
I mean, yeah, you would last, but you don't do well in the heat.
I mean.
And I'm pretty good with the heat. You know this.
Yeah.
I dry sauna that, almost every day. I almost died. Because I was underneath the heat. Like, Britt picked a spot underneath the heater. Seth is a beast, by the way.
Well, duh.
That guy, man. He's, quite a bit larger than me. Not fat, but just like more ripped.
Yeah.
Because he played college football and he's just like, he's jacked. And, man, he was great. He was doing all the moves. He didn't leave the class at all. I left twice.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How many dudes are in that class?
You know what? 2. Just kidding. No, there was.
Spit everywhere.
I'm kidding. No, there was definitely more women, but try to guess how many people were in the class.
9.
No, not even close.
27.
Like, I think there was something like 50 people in the class.
Oh my gosh!
It was crazy.
Well, no wonder it got so hot in there.
Well, yeah. So you have 50 people
50
crammed
people,
in
like,
there,
steaming it up.
Yeah, and they're like right next to you.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, old man right in front of me with a hairy back.
I don't even have a good excuse. We'll talk. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and pretend like, I went home and fell asleep. Yeah, no.
Yeah?
That's a lie.
It's a lie?
Yeah, I'm not even. You deserve better. You deserve better. I'm going to be totally honest.
All right.
Save it for Britt. Save it for Britt.
Let's jump into this. a movie hit.
Was this my
theaters.
payback?
Whoa.
Was this payback?
Yeah, bro.
You heard me?
No, I haven't seen this trailer.
This is the first trailer that came out. Bro.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch the trailer?
No, because I've already seen the first one. And knew
You
what was
always
coming
ruin
in
the
second
trailers,
one.
bro.
Life hits you with all these cheap
Because
shots.
you only talk during the trailers in the movie theater. I don't talk during the actual movie.
Guys, Creed 2 came out yesterday. That's
so
right.
mad at you.
Creed
See?
2.
This is payback for me not going to
Why be
Pilates.
mad? I'm going to go watch it like 10 more times.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I don't know why you're mad. Yeah, Creed 2, guys. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Rocky series.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of them. My least favorite is Rocky Balboa, but I pretty much like all of them and love them with all my heart. And then Creed came out and became, I think, I wouldn't say it's better than Rocky 1, but it's close. And it stole my heart.
It's a phenomenal movie.
It really is.
That I was not expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Creed 2, yeah, it hit the theaters yesterday, and I gotta tell you guys, it was not as good as the first one.
Duh. That's a given, in my opinion.
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was epic. It wasn't as good as Creed 1. It was very predictable.
Well, okay.
And probably 30 minutes too long.
Oh.
But
how long is it?
At least 3 hours. I'm not sure.
Okay.
There when you watch a good movie, you just kind of forget like the time.
Right,
But this
right.
I was sitting there just going, man, are we 3 hours in? I don't think it's 3 hours,
That
but
makes
it
me
felt
sad.
3
It's
hours.
only 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Oh my gosh, it
got
felt
a
3
runtime.
hours.
It's got a runtime of 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Jeez, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was I didn't have the recliner seats that I always fall asleep in and my back was hurt. I don't know what it was. But I there were just moments where I'm like, really? I don't understand why they put that scene in there.
Yeah.
But it was great and you'll love it. But it's kind of predictable. I mean, think of Rocky 4, when Rocky met Dolph Lundgren, you know, Drago.
Yeah.
And so this kind of is the next one. I mean, you don't even have to do Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa or Creed.
Right.
You just, boom, you could just jump right into Creed 2.
Yeah, most critics are saying exactly what you're saying.
Really?
Creed 2 is to Creed what the Rocky sequels are to the original, a more generic, less textured take on familiar boxing movie tropes.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
But they're saying the difference, it seems, is Coogler, the director, who made it at least interesting. So people are saying it's an effective sequel, some surprise punches, but mostly it's that familiar boxing movie that you know. And somehow Michael B. Jordan kept the energy up. And
so great.
So yeah,
He's
they said
great.
if you like the first one, you'll love the second one.
Yeah.
Because of
I loved it.
Michael B. Jordan, because of Ryan Coogler, the director. So it's getting great reviews, but everybody's still saying not as good as the original. Still fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will really like it. I guess, when Rocky dies at the end,
Okay, shut up.
I'm just kidding.
Somebody said, I don't like this. Thanks, Dex. I was excited for the movie until now, you big ruiner. If anything, I think actually this
you'll
makes
like
me
it.
more excited because I'm like, yeah, that's exactly
You'll
what
like
I
it.
was expecting.
I loved it.
I wasn't expecting it to be like The Godfather 2, where it's like they somehow topped the original. Like, no.
Honestly, I went into the movie thinking it was going to be better than Creed 1. I really
Really?
did. I
No
honestly,
way, bro.
I loved Creed 1 so much that I thought, you know what? This is going to be epic because, Ivan Drago, he's got a son named Victor Drago, and he's a beast. And now, Ivan Drago killed Creed's dad,
Right.
So it's like, this is going to be great.
Spoiler alert, 35 years ago. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
Rocky 4 from the 80s.
Oh, ladies, and Jack from This Is Us is in it as well. Just,
What?
just to let you know. Yeah.
Spoiler alert!
That's Rocky's son, dude.
Yeah, dumb! Oh,
Of course he's in it. It's Rocky's son.
What do you mean, of course he's in it? He wasn't in the first Creed?
That's a good point.
Gosh, you
Dump
are a ruiner.
Dump that, producer.
Too
Oh, wait, we
late.
don't have one.
Too late. His name is Milo.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so, I take the fam, man. It was good. If you love good old-fashioned Rocky movies, then you'll love it. You will.
Yeah.
It'll be good for you.
Somebody said, great, a terrible review for a local production. Guys, did you know that Creed 2 was filmed in Deming, New Mexico?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a terrible. Why are people saying it's a terrible review?
Well,
you
I
said
can't spoil
it's a good
anything.
movie.
Yeah, I said it's going to be
not
great.
as good as the original.
I said I loved it.
Duh.
Was I a little disappointed? I
review.
was, because I thought it was going to be better than Creed 1. But
that's hard to do, man, because Creed was such a surprise. For those who grew up, like you and I, we grew up with the Rocky films. Rocky 1 is still one of those movies that, man, if you're just down, you watch Rocky, because Sylvester Stallone is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I missed Creed at the movie theater for this reason. Because I'm like, there's no way it's going to come anywhere near Rocky level. It can't be that good. And I thought Creed was absolutely brilliant and better than most of the Rocky sequels.
Yeah. No,
So
I agree.
I think because of that, there was that surprise factor of not knowing what to expect. And now you kind of have an idea of Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler's directing and Sylvester Stallone and where it's going to go. And so...
See, and I really do
Still gonna
wonder
see it.
if they're going to continue the franchise, the Creed franchise. But then I look back at the Rocky franchise, and
man.
almost after every Rocky, they could have ended it, Like,
Yeah.
it could have been, done, but they came up with another storyline, so I wonder.
I loved Rocky Balboa with Milo.
You did?
Yeah.
See, that was my least favorite.
Rocky Balboa was good. His son, and I liked it. Because it was less about boxing and more just about a dad and son. So, Lanice is giving her review of The Grinch. She went to see The Grinch. 5-year-old, bored to tears.
Really?
Trying to get comfortable the whole time just to fall asleep.
Oh,
Oh.
that's disappointing.
I mean, was anybody going to see The Grinch?
Yeah, I know.
Chrissy wants to see it because Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, okay. Well.
But...
All right. There you go, guys. Well, look forward to hearing what you guys think.
Yeah.
Creed 2's out.
Our boy E-Scholar. I don't know. Twitch has funny names. Lego 2 movie. I got so excited thinking Lego 2 was coming out. No, February. I'm like, oh, it's out. Oh, no, February.
You know what else is out this weekend is Robin Hood.
Yeah.
You don't think that looks good?
12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Shut up. Shut up.
12%.
Ah, the
Now, here's
trailer looks
thing.
so good.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I read the reviews on it, and I'm going, yeah, sounds awesome. They're comparing it to Batman Begins, my favorite of the Chris
Okay.
Nolan Batman movies.
See?
They're just saying, come on, guys, you're ruining the mythos of Robin Hood and making him a superhero. And I'm like, tell me more.
Tell me more, yes. Okay.
They said it's more of a Green Arrow film than it is Robin Hood, that it's like over-the-top action and superhero movie.
Cool.
And I'm going, yeah, I like everything you're saying.
I'm in.
I'm going to see it now.
I love it.
Good. All right, let's take a quick break, guys. We're hanging out on Twitch, twitch.tv/star88fm if you want to join us.
Britt's calling soon.
All right, Britt, when we come back, we'll talk hot Pilates. We went to a hot Pilates class yesterday. All right, we'll be right back. Hang out.
Jesus is our king, but do you treat him like royalty? Here's Tim Keller on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
No earthly king can completely justify the fury of the threats, and no earthly king can completely justify the glory of the promises. The language, you might say, of Psalm 2 spills out over its banks. If Psalm 2 is a river, the language comes up over top of it. And the things that are said about this king, this anointed one, are far too great to really be confined to any earthly king. As a matter of fact, in verse 2, where it says, the kings of the earth take their stand against the Lord and his anointed one, in Hebrew, you know what the word anointed one is? Mashiach. The kings of the earth they conspire against the Lord and his Messiah.
That's the PowerPoint with Tim Keller on Star 88.
I was blinded, you gave me eyes to see. I was going under, you reached out to me. No, there's nothing you won't do to pick me up and pull me through every hour, 8 days a week. Yeah, your love is like a fountain. It'll never run dry. It'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life. Every day of my life. Can I get a witness? We want glory, but can't measure up. We try money, but don't get enough. We fill our sky with fading lights, trying to guide us through the night. But you're the one thing that'll carry us, because your love is like a fountain. It'll never run dry. It'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life. Every day of my life. Can I get a witness? So much love, so much grace. Come on now. Can I get a witness? Somebody in this place. Come on now. Can I get a witness? So much love, so much grace. Come on now. Can I get a witness? Somebody in this place. Come on now. Can I get a witness? Ooh, your love is like a fountain. It'll never run dry. It'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life. Every day of my life. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Oh, can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Oh, can I get a witness? Hey, can I get a witness? Oh, yeah. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
Jordan Feliz, Witness. It is Star 88, 741.
Yeah, the high keeps going down. It's like they can't figure it out.
Ooh.
So it's now 56 degrees. so
Wow, that's
getting
still
cold.
pretty nice. It's not bad for, Thanksgiving.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hello and welcome once again to Community Theatre. Today, a very moving presentation, the very first Thanksgiving. And as always, please enjoy the very first Thanksgiving. Thank you so very much, and we hope to see you again next week when we have another moving presentation in Community Theatre. We hope to see you then.
You know what? I think that's pretty accurate. Am I right, Brett? Am I right? Am I right? Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Oh, man.
Hi. What are you doing
Actually,
there?
hi, Dex.
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. We're not talking to Steve-O.
So-
Did you really expect him to show up?
Okay.
I mean, I
No, of course
yeah,
not.
I mean, come on.
Honestly, my hopes weren't held very high.
Exactly.
So let me
angry at
back
him?
it up.
Why
What
be mad?
happened was, where were we when we decided we were
You
doing
should have been
Pilates?
backing
Oh, we were
it
all
up
out
at
together.
Pilates.
Yeah.
You should have been backing it up at Pilates.
I should
He
have
talks a
been.
big game, but
I
when
do.
it comes down to it,
If we can go back in time. Okay. Oh,
The day was
yeah. We're all
Thanksgiving.
chilling. We're hanging out, having a good time. Everybody's eating all the food and enjoying all of the time together. And sometimes when you overindulge in food, you know, you just start thinking, I can climb the highest mountain.
Yeah.
I need to remove this gut from whence it came. And Britt had the best idea in the world. She's like, oh my God, you guys, we are so doing hot Pilates. And then what I actually felt bad about was that Seth was like, oh, babe, I gotta work, babe. Oh, babe, nah. Oh, babe. And then it was like, what? We're gonna do it at noon, so you can totes go. And he was like, oh, babe, totally gonna go at noon. I'll take my lunch break then, but only if Steve-O's going. Steve-O, are you in? And I was like, dude, bro, it's me. Of course I'm going.
Of course.
And then Brett's like, hey, no, you're seriously going because this is important to me. So I'm going to send you a community calendar invite. What's your email address? And then I was like, oh, bro, dude, totally. Here's my email, and we're going to work this out, and it's going to be amazing. And then yesterday happened. And scene. All right, cool. Woo! All right, moving on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep, moving on.
namaste,
No need.
Britt, namaste.
Yeah, namaste, bro.
Okay, let's just
Namaste, bro.
take deep breaths.
Hey, namaste right here. That's what Steve-O said.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know what? Good call. I love that.
And I did. It was my couch, and I did.
Nah, man, I'll stay here.
Everybody's saying, whoa, 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 wait, did Steve-O dex the situation? I did. I dexted everyone.
Yeah, he's kind of turned into me over the past
How
year.
weird is
Okay, the one person that's like, oh, where's the invite? Was the one that, like, gave up on us.
I want to pretend like I have some grand story because it was on my calendar and everything. Here's what happened. Yesterday my computer crashed.
Oh my gosh.
We lost the podcast. I wasn't able to do it.
Oh
so
my
there's
gosh.
no podcast for yesterday's show. That's real life. I was frustrated. Oh, Kurt.
Wow, I just want to punch you so bad.
Oh, I'm going home for a minute.
Oh my gosh.
And I went home.
I hear excuse
And I sat
after
on my
excuse.
couch and I was like, what am I going to do today?
Gosh.
Oh, dude,
This is a nightmare.
I should finish Westworld. I've never finished it. And
sure.
so I popped it on and I'm watching and I got through the entire second season.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, that was amazing. And then I looked on Instagram and saw your guys' post hot Pilates videos. And I was like, oh, snap.
Namaste.
I'm
Namaste.
Dex.
Namaste.
I binged a
Yeah.
TV
We'll get
show
to talk about
on
our
my
hot
couch
Pilates
at
here.
home.
Just let them get it out. All right.
And
Just let them get it out.
when did we
Namaste.
trade places? That's really what I did yesterday.
Yep.
I have no excuse.
You're never
literally just
invited
forgot.
again.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
know, just-
I literally just didn't.
Just write them out of your life.
I forgot entirely and went home and binged
Don't
a TV
even
show.
don't even think about texting us for Black Friday because we want nothing to do with you.
Oh well, I mean, I'm stuck with him, so I mean, he's my partner, so I don't have that luxury. But anyways, all I hear is excuses from you, Steve-O, because clearly no joke. Yesterday, went up to him and I was like, "Hey, bro, hot Pilates," and he goes, "Ha ha ha ha! Yeah, that's not happening." No joke. That was before the
I know.
computer
Believe me, you don't have
crashed.
to
It was
tell me
like
that.
he just laughed at me. He was like, "Yeah, it's not happening." So don't draw it out
I
like
know
being all
him.
dramatic.
I know
'Cause
him like the back of my hand.
Yeah, it's
That
cool, bro.
horse standing
Dude,
next to you right there.
it's hot Pilates. I didn't expect you to go to hot Pilates, bro. And it's absolutely
but
okay
if-
that you
if
didn't
we
go.
would've- If we would have all been like, ew, forget hot Pilates, he would have been there. He would have showed up in his
Okay.
full four fashion.
Okay, you think I'm like that hipster guy that is only wanting to be contrary to everyone?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That's not me. That ain't me. That ain't me. The individualist? What? What? You think that's me? You think what? What? Yeah.
So let me just say, if you don't know what hot Pilates is, I kind of do compare it. It's a lot like hot yoga, if you've done that, where
It's
it's
death in a heater.
yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, and it's hot. It's probably 105 degrees in this room full of like 50 people, and you're doing a lot of just. It's just body weight stuff. So a lot of like leg kicks, planks, abs, and at one point, I think I maybe made it 30 minutes in. I almost passed out and walked out and had to get some air. And then I came back in and I might have lasted 10 more minutes, and then I walked out and didn't come back into the classroom. So I didn't even finish the hour class. Like, I bailed because it was probably one of the hardest workouts I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I've never sweat that much in my life. It was crazy. And Seth, your husband is a beast. That guy.
Isn't he so awesome?
Yeah. I mean, he's like, 21 years old. So, I mean, of course he could, he's going to rock it. I'm 40. So that's my excuse. But I don't know, man. I really, really enjoyed it. I felt so good afterwards, even though I almost died and passed out. I felt really good. Thanks for the invite.
It's so, like, the endorphins,
Yeah,
man, they feel so good afterwards.
Oh, man.
Fine, I'll go today at noon. I'll be there.
When the instructor...
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, don't
Sit
even give
down.
us that. My favorite part of the class was, the instructor definitely was picking on me because I was the worst in the class. But she
was
came...
all, hey, she told Seth, hit your neighbor.
Yeah, she kept, telling Seth to, hit me. And then at one point, she walked up behind me and slapped me in the butt. And I was like, whoa. Whoa,
Hey, that's
whoa,
real?
whoa.
That's real? They can't do
Yeah.
that in
She
2018.
fought-
Hashtag
Sure.
time's
Oh, yeah,
up, bro.
she fought
Time's
for.
up.
No,
No,
time's up.
she was really awesome at her job, and I'm really surprised she hasn't killed anybody yet because I thought I might die. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But,
Yeah, and then can I just say, let me back up a little
yes,
bit.
back it up. Yes.
Put you guys on blast.
Mm.
So I used to do hot Pilates after I had bacon, and Seth would always be like, "I'm not going to hot Pilates. It's probably so easy. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I lift weights,
Right.
you know."
I'm a meathead.
man stuff.
Yeah.
And I
Total
was
meathead.
like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, you don't want to go with me? That's fine. He's like, I'm not going to be in there in a sweaty room. I'm like, okay, cool. So then, last weekend we're all hanging out, and we went to Sprouts, and there was like a yoga studio, and Dex was like, Britt, do you do yoga? I was like, nah, dude, I'm just not really like a yoga person. I was like, but I've been wanting to get back into hot Pilates. I think you should come with me and Seth, and that way, my husband will come with me. He's like, okay. He's like, is it hard though? I mean, kind of seems pretty easy. So these guys were going into it thinking that, they were just going to kick butt.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well, I honestly thought I could just lay
Both of
there
them,
and be okay, but the instructor
I-
wouldn't allow me
yeah.
to just lay there.
So, okay, I'm
Nope.
sorry. What is it? It's like calisthenics in the
so
heat?
It's like, like a lot of this stuff. Like a lot of this stuff.
Like leg kicking?
Yeah, a lot of planks and, doing the
flutter kicks?
Yeah, you basically like holding your body weight up and then
donkey kicks.
It's like yoga.
And then you get like
it really
this,
is.
And then you get this
But
stick.
yoga, you do all that stuff. It's like all
Okay.
these like different
Sounds
stretches.
like the warm up in CrossFit.
It's more physical
not
than yoga.
exactly.
I shouldn't say physical. I don't even. The only thing I compare it to is like yoga.
And then you do like it's not like
It's not
yoga
like-
at
it doesn't
all.
sound
Oh
like
my
yoga
gosh,
at
I
all.
feel like you guys have never
Yoga's
gone to
like
yoga.
relaxing, and it's like,
Really? Do a hot yoga class and then come back and talk to me.
okay.
I have.
Oh my
and
gosh,
it's
it was
easy
hard. But
compared
Pilates
to
is
hot
way
Pilates.
hotter.
All right.
Pilates is way hotter.
Hey, I'll go next time.
Don't stop. Just don't do that. Don't commit
Yeah,
yourself. It's
seriously.
okay. Like
I'll
it's,
go.
Don't go.
But
No,
I'll go.
you're not
I
gonna
don't
go,
want
and
you
it's
to
okay.
go.
We're still gonna
Your heart's
love
not
you.
in it.
Oh my
Your
gosh!
heart's not in
Of
it.
course, my heart's not in it. It's hot Pilates.
Let your yes be yes and your no be a no.
No,
all right?
that's true. That's true. I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. I totally
Exactly.
bailed. I didn't. I was totally on the fence, and I was like, "Am I going to go? Am I not going to go? You know what? Maybe I'll go." And then I watched hours of television and forgot about life. Just forgot about everything.
Well, let me tell you. So now this morning, are you sore, Dex?
I'm going to be definitely.
yeah, I was
I'm
like,
not.
he's
I'm
not acting sore.
Well, again, I didn't do the full hour,
Well,
but
again, he stayed 30 minutes,
yeah, I did.
left, and then
did.
came back 10 minutes and left.
I will say though, I can tell. I'm usually the type of person that gets sore on like the second day, and I can totally tell I'm going to be sore tomorrow. So.
Dude, I'm already so sore. Like, I went to go use the bathroom this morning, and I was like,
No, okay. Well,
going to sit down.
TMI.
And Seth is so sore. He doesn't want to go with me to class today.
Wow.
He's like, nah. He's making the excuse that he's going running, but I
I'm
don't.
going to the gym. I'm going to go lift some weight.
Go to the
real gym,
Oh,
bro.
I'm just going to go run. I'm like, you don't want to go with me to class? And then right now he tells me, he's like, you're going to go again today? Aren't you, like, sore?
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's how
well,
you
yeah.
get
The
I'm
best
gonna
way to
sore,
do it,
bro.
man.
That's how you get through the sore. I'll be there. Noon? Count me out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Count out.
Well, thank you
All
for
right,
the
so
invite.
what do you-
Yes?
Yeah.
Hey, are you guys going to talk? You're welcome. Of course, I'll always invite you, even if I know you're not
Okay.
going to come.
Are you gonna buy me a month at the Hot
No.
Pilates?
Okay.
Just kidding.
Is that what you want for Christmas?
No, I don't want anything.
don't
I'm
even
fine.
do it. He won't.
I'm fine.
He
Let's
won't.
reach out to the Starmy. Starmy?
No,
Jack is wanting a month of Pilates for Christmas.
Okay. No, I
Hey, are
really
you guys
enjoy
going
it.
to
Yes.
talk about? Are you guys going to talk about where you guys are going shopping for Black Friday? What you're going to get?
I don't know. Did you pull up any of the? 'Cause we can't really talk a whole lot about because we're non-com, so we got to be careful.
I
But
forgot.
yeah, I don't know. You're usually pretty good at that stuff. So text us what if you find any deals. All right.
No, I was trying to get it from you guys. The only things I know are like early stuff, like Macy's and all that good stuff. I need new pants and
Yeah.
so.
All right.
And then also, are you guys going to talk about the girl who tattooed her eye?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we probably should. Hey, honestly, the Starmy, we don't have to worry about the Starmy ever doing something stupid like that, but we'll talk about it.
That's debatable. All right, guys, have a good morning.
All right.
Love you.
Bye-bye. See you later, alligator. Namaste. Good job, Seth. Good job, Britt. Hot Pilates, guys. You know what? Give it a shot. And you know what? For all the guys out there, they're like, well, that's for girls. Yeah, okay. You go and try it. It's not just for girls, even though there's like tons of girls in the class. It's seriously one of the hardest workouts I've ever done. And I am kind of embarrassed that I couldn't finish the whole class.
Yeah.
Like I almost passed out. All right. Yeah, we'll do some, maybe, I don't know if we have any Black Friday stuff. Do you have any Black Friday stuff? Sam Swan going to be joining us here in just a little bit. I definitely want to talk about the dad who is he got accused of dressing up like a ref to help his son's team win a high school football game. I want to hear about that. Like, what?
Yeah, crazy dads, man. Freak me out. Freak me out.
Yeah, all right.
But
so-
it's giving me a good idea. I need to go find an umpire costume.
I know, right?
For Luke's baseball.
Yeah.
Umpire, let me write this down. Umpire costume. I want to know what he did, honestly.
We'll talk about that when we come back. We're also hanging out on Twitch and YouTube at Star 88 FM. Thank you to everybody watching this. You know what? We got quite a few people just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You'd think that everybody would just be out sleeping in, but no.
I'd also like to talk about the World Chess Championship Game 8 today. It's the first time the United States has a chance to bring the title home since Bobby Fischer.
Wow. Okay.
The best four killers chimed in on Twitch saying, yo, you haven't mentioned that.
Okay.
There you go.
Chess.
Hey, did you know that it's the first time the U.S. has a chance to bring home the title since Bobby Fischer? Game 8 today.
Wow. We really gonna talk chess?
Well, I don't know how many games they play. There's like 3 more.
Okay, cool. All right.
Come on, USA. We can beat them. It's Norway.
Okay.
Taking on Norway, bro.
Good. All right. We got to take a quick break, guys. If you guys want to chime in, hang out with us, 505-338-3700, and you can text into the show as well. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
All right, we'll be right back. Hang
Now, a message from Tom Turkey.
Oh, hey there. You know, by the time you hear this, I'll be dead. My carcass on display like some sort of crime scene photo. 1 minute, I'm just hanging out on the farm. I'm eating corn. And the next, an axe to the neck. Yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner while looking at my corpse. My tanned corpse. Now, I won't go into full detail, but when you scoop out that delicious apple and cornbread stuffing, that's where my guts were. You know what the worst part is? I don't even like cranberry sauce, so forgive me for not being very thankful this time of year. Oh, and if you're like, oh, but turkey is so healthy. Not with all the hormones they pumped into these, honey. I'm like Sofia Vergara. It's all I can do to stay upright. Oh, and by the way, enjoy my skin, fat boy. It's going straight to your heart. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
This has been a message from Tom Turkey.
Have you come to the end of your rope, just hanging on for dear life? Well, James McDonald believes God stands ready to be your rescue. So listen up.
Have you ever looked at a Christian going through a particular circumstance and think to yourself, man, I could never go through what they're going through? How many people have thought that? You know that in all of God's discipline, God's giving grace? But what you don't know is that God's giving them grace sufficient for their trial. That's what my grace is sufficient for you means. No matter what you face, no matter what discipline you go through, no matter what training you experience, no matter how high the waters get, they will not overwhelm you. God's grace will be enough for you.
You're listening to James McDonald and the program called Listen Up, a production of Walk in the Word, and designed to ignite passion in your heart for the Bible. For information and resources, go to jamesmcdonald.com.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
What are angels like? If one should appear, if we should become acquainted with an angel, what should we expect? And I want to say quickly 5 things about angels that I hope you will write down. Number 1, they are innumerable. They are just a multitude of them. In fact, Hebrews 12:22 actually uses that term to describe them. Have come to Mount Zion and to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, to an innumerable company of angels. How many angels are there? They're innumerable. That means you can't count them. You can't possibly know how many there are. 2 Chronicles 18:18 says it this way. Then Micaiah said, therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. He looked into heaven and he saw the entire heavenly expanse just filled with the angels of God.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
What will it be like when my pain is gone and all the worries of this world just fade away? What will it be like when you call my name in that moment when I see you face to face? I'm waiting my whole life to hear you say, well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong. What will it be like when tears are washed away and every broken thing will finally be made whole? What will it be like when I come into your glory, standing in the presence of a love so beautiful? I'm waiting my whole life for that day. I will live my life to hear you say, well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong. What will it be like when I hear that sound? All of heaven's angels crying out, singing holy, holy, holy are you, singing holy, holy.
afters. Well done. It's star 88-803.
High today at 56 degrees.
Let's talk turkey.
Gobble, gobble. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hey, thanks again to everybody that donated during Star Week. Made it a really successful one this year. So we hit our goal, and hopefully we don't get fired. There we go. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? We just want to keep doing what we're doing and allow God to use us any way we can. And because of your support, we can continue to do that. So thank you. It's awesome, man.
Heck, bro.
Yeah, you guys can chime in on Twitch, also YouTube at Star 88 FM. Shout out to everybody on there this morning, just hanging out with us, having a good time. We're just mailing it in today,
Okay, it's been a good show.
It's been a great show, actually.
Are you kidding me? The top 5 Thanksgiving sides?
Oh,
according
yeah.
to us?
So good.
Forget all these other people.
It's
about us, bro.
Exactly.
Took me forever to write that list.
Exactly. All right, well, it's time to play a little game called Good Dad or Bad Dad.
Yes.
It's easy. You can chime in and let us know. Do you think this is a good dad or a bad dad? Because I'm kind of torn. I'm torn. There's a dad named Richard. Richard has a son who plays football for Nazareth Academy, which is in the west suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
And earlier this month, they were in a playoff game against a school called Simon Career Academy. Well, Richard, the dad, was on the sidelines with his son Nazareth, which is strange because, well, parents aren't usually allowed there.
Makes sense.
And the dad was dressed up like a ref because, well, he works as a ref.
Gosh.
But he was not a ref for this game. Apparently, Richard decided to weigh in on a few of the tough calls the real refs were making. And, of course, those all went for Nazareth, who ended up winning the game. So now, some of the parents from the other school are suing. They're calling for Richard and the other refs from the game to lose their jobs. Wow. And for this school, Nazareth, to be stripped of the win. Of course, Richard is denying that he swayed any of the calls, although he did write on Facebook after the game that, quote, "I made sure the best team won."
Oh, my God.
Ah, man, I don't know, Richard. I think again, Facebook. Just getting you in trouble. You know?
Yeah.
Here's a reporter who caught up with the dad.
I was just there as a parent. I wasn't there refereeing. I wasn't saying anything to anybody. I didn't do anything. So.
Right. Are parents allowed on the sidelines typically?
No, they are not.
What about the tweets that you made or the Facebook post that said you had to do what was needed to make sure Naz won?
Facebook is Facebook, and probably things that I should not have said.
I was blown away. He acknowledged something that we think has been going on. The team, unfortunately, should not have the honor of that win.
So, which side are you on here? Do you think that this school has every right to sue? Because this dad, who wasn't supposed to be on the field, he is a ref, but he was not reffing this game. And he was, I guess, helping these refs make some calls. Do you think they should be stripped of their win?
Gosh,
what do you think, man?
If the dad had made decisions and had input that was one-sided for his kid's team, yes.
Wow.
If he cost the other team the game, dude, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Suing is weird to me. Like, that's just what we do in our culture, apparently. It's like, I don't like this. I'm suing. But there should be some kind of like recourse, especially if his kid's team won the game and he was bragging about how he had to like do what he had to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what does that mean?
It means that he knows that he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing.
And here's the thing. I'm sorry, refs for the normal league. How do you not know that guy's not part of the crew?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. That's
I get it.
Good question.
In Luke plays club baseball, and in that league, you know, they just pay random dudes and you get paired up with somebody. So maybe they just thought he was just another paid official, you know?
Yeah, because he was wearing the ref shirt. So, but yeah,
Nah,
you're
man,
right.
yeah.
It was one-sided because he was only weighing in on, you know, his son's team. But he wasn't even a ref in the game. But why are the refs even paying attention to him? Why didn't they kick him out? You know?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. Turn your radio down if you're calling in. 505-338-3700. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
I was just going to chime in and say, do you know how many parents think they're refs when you go to games?
That's true.
I go to basketball games. My son plays AYBL and AAU, and more than half the time, you know, the parents are screaming what calls should be made from the sidelines. They're not really on the bench, but they're close enough to where the ref's going to hear. So I think he's just doing what a typical parent does at every sport game that I've ever gone to.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right.
But the difference
Gosh,
is...
you make a great point, sir.
But the difference is this guy had an effect on the outcome of those calls. Like, he wasn't just going, oh, come on, blue, blah, 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 blah. Like, you got those parents all day long who wish they could officiate. This dude was actually helping the outcome of these calls. Like, he was actually officiating.
That shouldn't really be on the dad, though. I mean, the refs have the choice whether to listen or not.
See, and
So
that's where I'm
if
at.
they're making a bad call and he's redirecting and telling them, no, this should have been this, this, and this, it's all up to the refs. I mean, it's not the parents. The refs, I've seen where refs, you know, tell the parents, you know, hey, you know, we're the refs, let us do the game.
But did you hear the beginning of the story? He dressed up. He's part of that league as an official and dressed up in his referee gear and was there acting as a referee, but wasn't a part of the crew. The refs didn't know that. So it wasn't like just a dad in the stands yelling out. This dude was dressed up as a referee on one of the sidelines, interacting with the officials and helping to determine calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, too. But I think, you know, a lot of it is the refs, too. I mean, the refs know who's officiating the game. If the whole crowd dressed in referee uniforms, they should know who the real refs on the field are.
You know, gosh, I'm just going back and forth. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know.
He was disguised as a referee on the field.
Yeah, but...
he wasn't on the field. He was on the bench.
Why you got to punish the
refs sit on
kids,
bench.
man? You know, it's not the kids' fault. They shouldn't be stripped, you know what I'm saying, of the title or the win. They can't take the W away because some parents are upset that the dad happened to chime in on some calls. Okay, sir, goodbye.
It doesn't say he was sitting on the bench. It says he was on the sidelines, which is weird because parents aren't allowed on the sidelines. He was dressed up as a referee because he does work as a ref within this league. Yeah.
My favorite though is when the reporter called him out on going on Facebook and pretty much bragging that he was the reason, you know, like he did whatever he could to make sure that, you know, his son's team won.
I was just there as a parent. I wasn't there refereeing. I wasn't saying anything to anybody. I didn't do anything. So.
Right. Are parents allowed on the sidelines typically?
No, they are not.
What about the tweets that you made or the Facebook post that said you had to do what was needed to make sure Naz won?
You know, Facebook is Facebook, and, you know, probably things that I should not have said.
I was blown away.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah,
People are chiming in saying, good dad, man.
Good dad? Good dad?
Good dad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going back and forth.
Carl said, Steve, are you saying you don't try and influence the umpire at baseball games?
Oh.
No, I don't actually.
Oh.
Because in club for USSSA, if parents tried to interact with the Blues, they are escorted out.
Really?
Yeah, you're not allowed
Wow,
to
it's
you're not
pretty
allowed
strict,
to talk,
huh?
not allowed to interact. Even to a point where you are not even allowed to coach from the stands to help your kid. So if Luke's at bat and I'm going, all right, hey, elbow up, hands back, like,
That's
whoop,
you're out. Huh?
out.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, there's still parents that do that regularly.
Yeah.
But nah, man, it's just more, cheering on your kid.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some crazy interactions happen and I've seen some parents tossed. And I'm not going to lie, I've totally been warned before.
Oh, man.
So I try and I don't want to stress my son out and be that guy.
Yeah.
So I try to just be a cheerleader in the stands.
We're talking about this dad. He was at his son's high school football game. And he was dressed. He is a ref. He wasn't reffing this game, but he was wearing his referee shirt, and he was down on the sidelines with his team, his son's team, and he was totally influencing the other refs to make calls towards his son's team, so they could win the game. Now, parents on the other side are upset, and they're like wanting to sue the school because he influenced the refs and he wasn't allowed to do that. He shouldn't have been down there.
Yeah.
They're calling for that W to be taken away.
The fact that, because there's video, he was hanging out on the sidelines, but then when they started okay, flag thrown, and then they all come together to talk, he would huddle up with the refs.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
And give his opinion well, I mean, if you take a look at it.
That's great. Yeah. There he is on the sideline.
He's on the sideline. He's not sitting the bench.
Yeah.
He's on the sideline.
There he is.
Oh!
Yeah, he's totally there in the referee huddle. That's so funny.
They throw a flag and it's I don't know, it
Yeah.
looked like pass interference, and the dad gets into the huddle and he's like, well, I believe it was tipped at the line maybe. So in that instance, you can't call it pass interference. And they're like, you know what? I didn't see that. Good call. Good call, Dad. All right, there is no penalty for pass interference on the play. The ball was tipped at the line.
That's
funny. The dad was in the huddle with the refs. Influencing the outcome of these calls.
I mean, there's a lot of refs. I mean, it's hard to keep track of all the refs, Let's see.
And this is what I'm getting at. Somebody said bad parent. What is this dad teaching the son? That you cheat to win. And that's what he's saying. What's most important, it's not playing your best, giving it your all. It's fixing the outcome of the game so you get the W.
You're a cheater.
Okay. All right. You guys want to chime in? We'll get to some of your text messages if you'd like to call in. 505-338-3700 and Twitch and YouTube. You guys can chime in as well. Dad of a high school football player in Illinois being sued because he stood on the sidelines dressed as a ref during a game earlier this month, and he helped the real refs with some tough calls. And those calls went in favor of his son's school. And now the opponents are suing to have the game thrown out. So what do you guys think? Chime in. Good dad or bad dad? I think I'm kind of saying good dad. Kinda. Whatever it takes, man. Cobra Kai.
Man.
All right, we'll be right back. Hang out.
It's the season of giving, and we're bringing an early gift to town. Compassion Live presents the Roadshow Christmas Tour, featuring Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum,
It's beginning to look a lot
Josh Wilson, and introducing Leanna Crawford. Come celebrate the joy of Christmas with us. The Road Show Christmas, Saturday, December 8th, 6 p.m. at the Santa Ana Star Center in Rio Rancho, and Sunday, December 9th at 6 p.m. at the Pan Am Center in Las Cruces. No more long lines at the door. All reserved seating now. VIP tickets with special meet and greet also available at the RoadshowChristmasTour.com. The Roadshow Christmas Tour with Matthew West, Matt Marr, Building 429, Plum, Josh Wilson, and Leanna Crawford. Produced by Compassion Live.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
Inside you, there's this old nature that used to be in charge before you followed Jesus, and you used to do everything you felt like doing. But then the day came when you gave your life to Christ, and the Bible says it's a new birth. God gave you a new spirit on the inside, and there's a new man. There's an old man and a new man, an old woman and a new woman, an old you and a new you. So you got the new you, and the new you can listen to God and can do things like that He wants you to do. But the problem is that old nature is still there, and it will still be there till heaven. And the Christian life is all about learning to live in the Spirit and not in the flesh. To live as that new man and not as that old man. And so that's the rub. That's the difficulty. And honestly, what this book's all about is that's the most difficult part.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com.
For so long I carried the weight of my past, crippled by burdens like stones on my back. I thought I had fallen too far from your grace, but you came and showed me the way. When I was lost, so searching, you were the ground beneath my feet. When I was a blind man begging, you were the eyes so I could see. When the smoke was rising up, you were the air that I could breathe. You gave me hope, you gave me something to believe. Now I'm alive and born again, rescued from the grip of sin. God, your love came crashing in and pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor. Now all I can see are the fields of your grace. Wherever I run, you're leading the way. You shook the shackles off my feet. I found redemption on my knees. You gave me hope, you gave me something to believe. Now I'm alive and born again, rescued from the grip of sin. God, your love came crashing in and pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor. Oh, I'm a survivor. You're my God. You're my fighter. You make me a survivor. You're my God. You're my fighter. You make me now I'm alive and born again, rescued from the grip of sin. Oh God, your love came crashing in and pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor.
Yeah, Zach Williams, Survivor.
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah, man.
Surviving that holiday season, surviving them Black
Yeah, right.
Friday
That's
shoppers,
right.
surviving that turkey.
That's right. That's right.
Pull me out of the fire. I'm
Now
a survivor.
I'm a survivor. Yep. 8:23.
Hot today at 56 degrees, man.
Okay.
Wake up, get up, 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 wake up, get up.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yep. That's us. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, everybody.
So we'll just read some of your text messages. A lot of people chiming in on this dad of a high school football player in Illinois being sued because, well, he stood on the sidelines dressed as a ref during a game earlier this month, and he helped the real refs with some tough calls. Now, he is a real ref.
In this league.
Yes, but wasn't reffing this game.
No, because, his son plays
son.
for the team.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So there's there's video of him during the game going into the referee huddle to help them with the calls.
Yeah.
And, a lot of those calls went in favor of his son's school. They won the game. Now the opponents are suing to have the game thrown out, and they're calling for these refs to lose their jobs. Wow. What do you think? Good dad, bad dad?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what somebody said on the live line.
Okay.
On the flip side, somebody said Dad should not have done that. He is a paid referee and knew better and still went and assisted. Sounds like he dressed up on purpose to help sway calls.
Yeah.
Duh. He should be fired or suspended from being a referee, even from coming to watch his son's game. Suing is a little much, maybe, just to rematch,
See,
though.
I think, honestly, that kind of sums it up right there, right? I mean, when you become a ref, I don't know what the rules and regulations are, but I'm pretty sure that's probably in the rule book.
Yeah, bro. Ethics, dog. It's
Yeah.
called ethics. Look it up. I'm going to look it up. I don't really know what ethics are.
Yeah, you should probably look it up.
Ethics.
But, I like what that Starmy said. I think that's it. Yeah, he was in the wrong for sure.
Moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. Yeah, that sounds like ethics.
Yep.
What'd you say, homeboy?
Probably shouldn't have done that. All right?
Probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have. So, Dan says, but did he tell them he was a ref or was it just implied? We don't know. He was on the sideline and then you could see flag gets thrown and he's just sauntering over into the huddle and he's hoping.
Yeah.
Oh, man. In fake life, in the fantastical universe where I can say whatever I want, I think it's hilarious that he did this and got away with it.
Yeah, he did.
But in real life, he's teaching his son really horrible things.
Yeah.
It's going to cost so many things. If anything, that kid possibly should be suspended.
The kid?
Yeah.
Why is it his fault?
It's not his fault. It's his father's fault.
So
But
the kid should be punished?
Sure.
Really?
Sometimes the dad was on the sideline helping his son, and you've seen that. Sins of the father, man, ruining experiences for their kids.
Yeah, but you don't know what type of dad he is either, how controlling he is. And
Well, clearly very. He was dressed as a referee
Right.
and was helping.
Yeah, I don't know if the kid should be punished, though.
No, he should be punished.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard they stripped him of football forever. What do you guys think?
Never allowed to play football ever again.
Yeah.
Because of his dad.
Yeah, because somebody said, what about the coach of his team? He obviously knew that the dad wasn't supposed to be doing that. So, yes, the team should be stripped of their victory.
And, of course, the other refs that, were there reffing the football game, why would they allow him to be a part of that?
I honestly just keep thinking of, because all I can reference is my son's club baseball. They pay refs, or they pay umpires to come out there. And so you've got the plate ump, but then sometimes it's you got second base. Oh, we got two. Out on the field, first base and third base, and they don't usually know each other. It's just dudes getting paid that are on the schedule for a certain amount of games. So maybe they just saw him in his gear because he is a paid referee for that league. I don't know. Somebody said, okay, impersonating an officer is one thing, but what if it's an officer that's off duty performing his duties? Because technically that's more what he was.
Okay, that's... Get out of here.
There's a difference between an officer of the law
exactly.
doing his job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Now, what if it was an officer of the law the only thing I can equate it to is an officer of the law who was off duty, who was at like the Journal Pavilion sneaking in as a quote security guard to get into a show or something.
Yeah.
Because that seems more along the lines of what this dad was doing. He wasn't trying to like help a situation.
Yeah.
He was doing something for the benefit of himself and his kid.
Yeah.
Somebody said the parent should be banned from games for the season, lose the right to ref any games in the future.
Yeah.
He abused his privilege. He's gone. Bad on the real refs for not allowing the dude on the field. You know, like, hey, who's this old guy in our huddle?
Yeah, it's so weird, right?
so weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like sitcom funny though. Do you know what I mean?
It kind of is.
This
yeah.
is straight out of a sitcom.
Like I want more to the story. Like, so did the dad like decide I'm just gonna wear this so I can help out, or was he reffing another game and then he had to run over to his son's game?
And then he's like, oh, they need some help with this call. Clearly they got it wrong.
Oh my gosh. You know, he's trying to be very helpful. You know?
Very helpful.
But
I have a hard time with these things because here's the thing. This last year, there was a game. It was the championship for one of the tournaments that my son was a part of. Our team didn't make it to the championship. I'm going to be as non-biased as possible, even though I already have one because I happen to know this coach very well.
Mm-hmm.
There's rules and regulations. And in this league, for this tournament, I believe it was 8 innings you were allowed to pitch. 8 innings for any kid, right? Can't pitch over 8 innings. So the championship game went into extra innings. And they had the same kid pitching. So what I believe happened was this kid had pitched 8 innings, and it went into extra innings. They're coming back out for the 9th inning. And coach for opposite team recognized like, wait, this kid is about to pitch over 8 innings.
Yeah.
And just stood there and let it happen.
Oh, wow.
Kid threw a pitch, recorded an out. And so now this kid has pitched 8.1. Waited for it to happen, and then walked over to the Blues and said, these guys just illegally pitched. They have to forfeit.
Oof.
And they won the championship that way.
Oh, yeah, good for them. Woo!
This happened here in town.
Yeah.
And I was going,
that's crazy, man.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Man, you really got to pay attention.
You do?
Yeah.
Because it's the rules.
Yeah.
But I was going, dang.
Yeah, I would not want that job as a coach to have to pay attention to that.
So, but I mean, clearly that coach wasn't wrong. He recognized it.
Yeah.
Other team, coach didn't recognize it. And that was it.
Yeah.
Game over. That team just lost the championship.
Wow.
In a game that was in extra innings because they were going at it.
Yeah.
Championship.
This wasn't the
I have no opinion on the matter.
Yeah. This wasn't even a championship game though. This was just a regular, I think, scheduled game.
This was just a scheduled game in the season.
Take
so it's a
the
little
W
different, but
away from them.
Yeah.
Disqualified. Fire the refs. Fire the dad. And move on. You know? Because the proof's in the pudding in the interview. This is it. This is all they need right here. This is it. Like the reporter uncovered the truth right here.
I was just there as a parent. I wasn't there refereeing. I wasn't saying anything to anybody. I didn't do anything. So.
Right. Are parents allowed on the sidelines typically?
No, they are not.
What about the tweets that you made or the Facebook post that said you had to do what was needed to make sure Naz won?
Facebook is Facebook, and probably things that I should not have said.
I was blown away. He acknowledged something that we think has been going on. The team, unfortunately, should not have the honor of that win.
Richard, you could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the stupid Facebook.
Listen. Criminals. Never mind. Actually, you know what? Keep bragging on Facebook, you dumbs.
Yeah, you idiots.
Because that's how you keep getting caught.
Gosh.
And it's the best. I'll never get tired of hearing about stupid criminals that go brag on their social media and then spend the rest of their lives in prison because,
Thank you for chiming in, you guys.
Amazing.
Follow the rules. Bad dad, Richard. Okay, you're a bad dad.
Oh, Richard!
Even though you love your son that much that you just want him to win. Just kidding. That's not how you should be teaching your kid how to win. Sure. All right, thanks for chiming in, you guys. Man, it's a big Thanksgiving show today. It's Wednesday. Where's Sam? Is he coming in? I thought he was coming in.
Oh, it is Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah, he said
Pray
he was
for
going to come
Brody.
in. Oh, Brody. He's, what? How's he feeling?
He's in our bed. I just got
Is
the
he
picture.
awake? Do you want to do an interview with him when we come back? Brody, how you feeling? You want to do an interview?
I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Oh.
He's got the flu. Which means Steve-O's got the flu, which means now I have the flu.
Oh, yeah,
and now
dude.
the Petersons are
I
going to
have
get the
spit
flu.
all over you like 3 times
I
today.
know.
No less than 3. Just lick the back of your hand.
Yep.
You're done.
Okay.
Just get it over, man.
No.
Trust me. It's like when your parents took you to McDonald's with that kid that had chicken pox.
Right?
Just take care of it, bro. Take
Pog
care.
parties, bro.
What?
Oh, our music ran out. We got to go.
Now, a Star 88 PowerPoint. Here's Francis Chan.
Every breath is a gift from him. Like he didn't promise me one more. He had to give that to me. There's a being in heaven right now surrounded by 100 million angels, and he determines whether or not I live through this message. I mean, he determines whether or not you live through this message and whether you ever walk out of this arena. It's all up to him. That's why these angels are saying we wouldn't even be alive. Even the angels are dependent on him. 1 Timothy says that he alone is immortal. That means all life comes from him. So there's this one being on the throne that's made all of us. And we're breathing right now because he lets us. And all those angels that are worshiping him right now, every breath comes from him. And they're praising him because they recognize we wouldn't even be here without him.
That was Francis Chan on Star 88 with a PowerPoint.
And I'm breathless now. And I'm breathless now. Love came alive, opened my eyes, bringing hope into my darkest night. Love found a way to break all our chains. Now we are dancing the night away. You are the only reason I'm alive. 'Cause your love came alive. Your love is the fire that makes my spirit glow. Unwavering goodness, turning my heart to yours. And I'm breathless now. Love came alive, opened my eyes, bringing hope into my darkest night. Love found a way to break all our chains. Now we are dancing the night away. You are the only reason I'm alive. since your love came alive.
The Waiting Kind, Love Came Alive, Star 88. Good morning, 8:39.
High today at 56 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with
right.
Dex and Steve-O.
Sorry about that.
Hot
me, sir.
mic.
Excuse me.
Hot
Yeah,
mic.
excuse me
Check
about that.
one, dude.
Excuse me. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right?
So good,
Wednesday,
bro.
it's
So
Turkey Day. Tomorrow. I'm salivating as we speak, thinking of the juicy turkey, this juicy ham, and this juicy prime rib.
What?
It's gonna be so good, guys.
I wish we could figure out how to host ourselves.
I just want to eat all day long. 4 myths about the Pilgrims. Found this. 4 myths. Don't be looking at my stuff, bro!
Gosh, dude, scared me. Jerk.
We've been taught a lot about the Pilgrims and Thanksgiving, but some historians think we don't really have our facts straight. That's right, everybody. That's right. That's right. That's why I have 4 myths about the Pilgrims. I'm going to correct you guys. I'm not. Somebody else corrected. Historians corrected.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, you're relaying their information.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Where did the Pilgrims land? Where did they land?
Plymouth Rock.
Whoa, wrong button. No, that's wrong.
Isn't that what they always say? They landed on Plymouth Rock. They landed on the moon.
Yeah, they say they landed on Plymouth Rock, but actually that's not right. That's incorrect. They actually landed in Cape Cod first. Then went to Plymouth.
Okay.
And no one ever claimed they set foot on Plymouth Rock until 121 years after they arrived. None of the original Pilgrims ever wrote about it.
That's weird.
Throw away that book, that history book that your teacher gave. Just throw it away.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about this.
Why did they come? Why did the Pilgrims come to America? What were they searching for, Steve-O?
Freedom of religious expression.
It's another myth.
Gosh.
That's another myth, guys. The Pilgrims actually went to Holland first and had lots of religious freedom there. They actually went to Holland first and had lots of religious freedom there. But they couldn't find work, so yes, they came here to keep their religious freedom, but also to make a living.
Okay.
Was the Pilgrim Thanksgiving the first American Thanksgiving?
Was the Pilgrim Thanksgiving the first American Thanksgiving?
Right, think about it. When the Pilgrims came over and, you see the little picture of the table. You got the Native Americans.
Right.
They're hanging out. They got the food. They got the nice spread. And the Pilgrims are all just enjoying Thanksgiving together. Was that the first, American Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Well, I want to say yes, but now I feel like I have to say no because you're going to hit me with something that's going to be like, nope. So no. No, it wasn't the first Thanksgiving. Told you.
I wanted to hit that buzzer so bad.
Yeah.
Native Americans had similar celebrations all the time, mostly involving their crops and harvests. They didn't call it Thanksgiving Day, but neither did the Pilgrims. The first known use of that term was in 1674, 53 years after the first Pilgrim Thanksgiving. I feel like I've been lied to.
Yeah.
Everything we've been taught. Okay, I got one more myth that we've been taught. The Pilgrims were boring and always wore black. You taught that?
Yeah, well, yeah, and they had
Boring
belt
and-
buckles on their hats.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, they wore black.
they're boring. They wore hats. They had
Yeah.
weird dresses for their neck apron thing. Yeah, belt buckle.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. They're fashion.
Totes boring. They have weird shoes.
Well, that's incorrect. That's a myth.
Okay.
From the pits of hell.
Okay.
In the descriptions of items from the Plymouth colony, there are references to red, blue, green, yellow, and orange clothes. And there's also mentions of beer and barbecues.
Really?
They're not boring at all.
That
According
is
to
so
these
random.
historians. So there you go. There you go, guys. Go and teach. Educate. Use it, teachers. You can have it. You know? Take it. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Do you feel like we should probably start over with the history books, though, honestly?
No.
No?
Do you want the people
Nah,
running everything today to
Yeah,
write our
let's-
history
Let's
books?
just light them all on
It's
fire.
so divided.
You know?
I'm sure back then it was totally not divided at all.
How do you fix that? You know, like when you find out, when historians like find out like new information, like how easy is it to like change those books, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like all the books that we had when we were in school were the same books they had back in the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Remember the story said fake history 101.
Gosh, man, right? How do you do that?
Fake history 101.
Do you just kind of like rely on the internet now instead of books? You know, like how do you fact check like your history books?
That's a good question.
Somebody help me out with that. I'm a little confused.
Somebody said I just read yesterday that the first Thanksgiving was supposed to be a fast instead of a feast.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting if that was true. Huh. Wonder why? For, religious reasons?
Yeah.
Hey, we're thankful. And so today we are going to fast because we're thankful for, everything God has provided and given us. Yeah. I don't know. Give us some more information on that, please.
Yeah.
I'd like to know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I just really would like to not celebrate Christopher Columbus anymore. Don't get me started on that. Jeez, man. Was he a good man? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what I really want to know. I want historians to start educating us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get two sides. I get two stories. Like Christopher Columbus was an amazing Christian man. And then on the other hand, was he? Because he came over and then killed the Native Americans. So was he? Or was he protecting himself? Because the Native Americans were here and they were trying to protect their land. I don't know. Give us a good movie,
Which, by the way, you told me to go watch that Braveheart sequel.
Did you watch it?
Nah.
Wait, you didn't watch it?
3 different people, including my boy Aaron, on Facebook said, so essentially the Braveheart sequel is just Braveheart again?
Didn't I say that to you?
No.
I said it to somebody. I'm like, it's pretty much Braveheart again.
So why do I need to see it?
But, see, I don't want to spoil it, but, because, at the end of Braveheart, it's, the ending
it doesn't go well for him.
Well, just imagine the opposite happens in part 2.
Okay.
So,
Spoiler
alert. But you're right. But it's good, man. Some of the same actors that were in Braveheart, they're in it. I thought it was really good. The fight scenes were great.
Okay.
Give it a shot, man.
All right.
And they say it's historically accurate.
Cool.
I don't know. How close was Braveheart to being historically accurate, I wonder?
I mean,
Got
me.
Yeah. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in, Let's break some of these myths. Let's break down the walls, guys.
Break the walls down.
We're on the
as Chris
education
Jericho
banner.
once told us.
Who?
Chris Jericho. He's a... Yeah.
Who's that?
Chris Jericho.
The largest green bean casserole ever made weighed 637 pounds, Steve-O. Can you imagine that?
No, I
Please
cannot.
give us a picture. Is there a picture of this?
I like green bean casserole, but it is
Look at
not
this.
even on my top
Look
five.
at that green bean casserole right there. Isn't that crazy? A group of chefs made it last year in New York, then donated to the homeless. They used 780 cans of green beans, 53 cans of mushroom soup, 8 gallons of milk, and 65 pounds of fried onions. Give me some of that green bean casserole. 637 pounds. Wow. The record time for drinking a liter of gravy through a straw is less than 90 seconds. Should we watch this guy do it?
No.
I love
I just
YouTube
realized
so
what you're
much.
saying, and I really don't want to.
Here he is. Look at this guy.
I can't.
Just going for it. 90 seconds.
I can't, guys. I can't.
Guy in
I
Wisconsin set the record last April. He did it in just over 1 minute and 12 seconds. There's a video on YouTube. Look at this guy go, man. Woo! And that's the thick gravy, too. Woo! Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I know.
How large was the biggest apple pie ever made? How big?
140 pounds.
140 pounds, huh?
Yeah, man, 140.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back in 1997, a town in Washington State used a custom-made 9,000-pound oven to bake the largest apple pie, weighing in at over 17 tons.
Okay.
Yeah!
All right, I was a little off.
What?
I was a little
Give me that picture
just a touch
right now.
off.
Here we go. There's a guy in a forklift right now. Okay, this is in 1997. This is Guinness. Look at this, dude. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this apple pie. It's the size of like a football field.
Okay.
It's the size of Noah's Ark. That's not an apple. Where's the apple pie? That's like, why are they doing that? The oven was about 50 feet long, and so that was the oven, and 30 feet wide. They used a crane to lower it onto the pie, which weighed in at 34,438 pounds, or 17.2 tons. How crazy is that, man? Love me some apple pie, and we found out that you guys love you some apple pie for Thanksgiving. That's the number one. Check that out. There's the apple pie, Steve. Look at this thing. Look at these guys eat it. Look at it.
I can't.
Yep.
You know how I feel about apple pie. Why are you
Oh,
showing this,
man,
bro?
I love apple pie so much.
No, I don't like apple pie.
And I miss 1997. Gosh, man, what a great year that was.
Yeah.
I was a junior in high school. You know, I was thinking I was going to be in the NBA. I had the world in my hand, man. It was my oyster.
Yeah.
Look at me now. So great. I think that's it. That's the random Thanksgiving facts for you, you know?
Being that everybody's on vacation and I figure that the bosses aren't listening, I invited a special guest in at 9 o'clock to do a very special Thanksgiving edition.
Really?
Of Comics Corner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I know who this is because he came in yesterday. He was like, you guys doing, are you guys doing Comics Corner on Wednesday?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. It's Wednesday. My dudes. Comics
Is that
released
when
today.
you guys used to do Comics Corner?
It was, because Wednesday is the release date for new comics. Got a lot of comic news this morning, including
good.
some from Netflix offering up a very, very dope Christmas present.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah.
I also have, I don't have time. Maybe the 9 o'clock hour, sometime after Comics Corner, we can do this. But for 44 years, okay, imagine this. This is crazy when I saw the story. We're personalities on the radio, if you didn't know that. I don't like to use DJ.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of old school, you know? But there's a DJ that's been broadcasting his radio show for 44 years. And his wife is the only one that's ever heard it.
Oh.
Because he only does the radio show for his wife.
That's
44 years.
Making a movie about
This
They
DJ
have to.
has been doing a show that only his wife has heard. And now, after 44 years, he's getting his own 1-hour radio special.
Okay.
Gosh! think about that for a second, Steve-O. We are a couple idiots. We've been in radio for like going on 20 years. I can't wait to hear what this guy sounds like. He must sound like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
If he couldn't get on the radio, and it took him 44 years, or maybe nobody knew about it. Maybe his wife's the only one. Like, did he try to get on the air somewhere?
We gotta talk about this.
I know. I want all the information. I can't wait.
Okay, good.
44 years this guy's been doing a radio show just for his wife.
That's pretty sweet, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't even believe it. So we got that coming up for you here in just a little bit. And do you want another good mom story, good dad story before we go to break?
Oh, of course.
We got a little bit of time here. Earlier we did a bad dad story. Let's see if we can do a good mom story here for all the moms. Find out if you think this is a good mom or not. Charisse, 36-year-old woman. She's a mom. She's got a 12-year-old son, and he had to go to the dentist. He didn't want to go to the dentist.
Well, yeah. Nobody wants to go to the dentist.
In fact, this is actual audio of the son.
I don't want to do it.
That's right.
My son actually loves his dentist, so.
Right? Yeah, he didn't want to go. And he was so against going that he climbed onto the hood of his mom's car.
Okay.
What do you think mom did?
Oh, man. Please, just as long as she didn't start driving, we'll be okay.
Yeah, she started driving and she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll get you to the dentist. No, she didn't even drive to the dentist office. Instead, she drove 2 miles to the police station on streets where the speed limit was 40 miles an hour while her child was on the hood of the car.
Stop it right now.
Apparently, she hoped they would help her convince her son to go to the dentist. But when she got there, the cops weren't interested in helping with the dentist argument, and they were interested in
taking her to jail.
Yes.
Worst mom ever.
Right? Worst mom? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A crime, maybe a crime, if one followed a crime.
Thank you for that. She might be the worst. You know what? She's not the worst mom. We've seen worse.
On a list of, man. Yeah.
Yep. She was arrested and charged with child endangerment and reckless endangerment.
Yeah.
Way to go, Charisse. That poor 12. Thank goodness this 12-year-old didn't get hurt. Insane, right? I thought we were going to have a good mom. Bad mom. Bad mom.
Yeah, dude.
You ever done that with your kids?
So
Have they ever jumped on the...
Absolutely not.
Just asking, I mean,
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever let your kids drive in the back of a pickup truck without seatbelts?
No. I've never owned a pickup truck.
Oh.
Well, since being a dad.
See, I was trying to trick you because there's no seatbelts in the back of a truck.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
My parents allowed me to do it all the time.
Good one.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Just trying to catch you.
Yeah.
I could totally see you Jeter boys just hanging out in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Just causing ruckus and chaos. All right. Guys, be good parents. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call into the show. We've got about an hour left. Still no Sam Swan.
It's okay. We got Comics Corner right around the corner.
Comics Corner, guys. We're going to nerd it up. Can't wait. What are we going to be talking about in Comics Corner?
We're going to talk a little bit about Netflix's Christmas present to nerds everywhere. We're going to talk about what Bill Maher said at the passing of Stan Lee and the response from Stan Lee's family.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm actually going to focus on a singular comic book that is releasing today.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back. Hang out.
A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
How many times do you have to ask forgiveness to be forgiven? Once. And so if you keep feeling guilty after you've confessed it, and you confess it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next year, and the next year, and every time that thing comes back to your mind, you confess it again and say, please forgive me, please forgive me. What are you saying? You're saying, God, I don't really believe you forgave me the first time. And that's a lack of faith. God forgave you the first time you asked for forgiveness and meant it and said, help me change. And so, I don't know how to say it any clearer than this. If you still feel guilty after you have confessed a sin, that guilt is not from God, it's from the devil. Does that make sense? It's from the devil.
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn. Groundwire.
A fresh layer of snow covered the ground, bright white and offering perfect coverage. It ebbed and flowed with the terrain moving up and down according to the contours of the land, never missing a beat and never revealing what lay beneath. This is the same picture that the Holy Scriptures use to describe the forgiveness of sins that come through Christ's sacrifice. It declares that Jesus would wash your sins as white as the snow. Like the snow covers the ground, so he can perfectly cover your sins. When you trust Jesus and embrace his sacrifice, you will discover the forgiveness that is promised. If you invite him to, he will not only be a part of your life, but will rush to your aid and help you through any complication. Don't make him wait another day. He's right there next to you. Jesus is just waiting to cover you. Isn't it time that you let him?
For more information or to talk to a live spiritual coach, log on to groundwire.net. Click on groundwire.net.
This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ Mintmore, K201CC Las Cruces, K203EZ Alamogordo, K207CQ Gallup, K211CW Hobbs, K212EH Silver City, K214DE Antonito, K218AK Artesia, K250AB Roswell, K293AO Alamosa, K228DQ Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of three. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose to let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I choose to let it move you. Let it move. Let it move. Back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of three. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose to let it move. that joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay.
For King and Country, Joy at Star 88 904.
High today of 56 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hello, welcome to this week's edition of Nerd Talk. I'm your host, Steven. With me this week, a very, very good friend of mine. His name is Jason. You can follow him on Instagram at Critical Dice.
Oh, no.
It's his company that sells Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Okay, so thanks for outing me. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah,
no problems. In case you didn't know,
Yeah.
Jason's
so
a nerd.
What he's talking about is that no one's surprised that I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
You guys have heard me enough on here to know that, yeah.
All 4 studio audience members. Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
Yep,
Mom's
thank you.
here today.
Yep,
Oh,
thank
Aunt.
you.
Oh,
They come every week. It's
Aunt
wild.
Carmen's here.
I'm a
That's
massive
cool,
nerd,
man.
but like I'm one of those nerds that like I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I still, because I grew up in the '80s, I still like cringe when I tell people that. Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm from the era where they
got
would
beat up.
I got beat up.
Yeah,
I got
dude.
thrown into
Being a nerd
to
wasn't cool.
trash cans.
How many wedgies did you get in the 80s?
I'm still trying to get rid of one of them.
Nice.
Like it was bad. And so now to see people walking around with like shirts that say, make it so, or with Atari logos, I'm just like, wow, I fought on the front lines for these people.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
We really did.
Well,
man.
without you,
We really did.
I mean, we would not have movies like, Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's not a movie.
With
Well,
Ben
actually,
Affleck.
that was a movie.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Kevin Smith.
I didn't hate it.
Well, you're a nerd.
There was a
Stunned
director.
silence.
There was a director's cut with Coolio, and it was better.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's
director's
true.
cut,
There
huh?
was.
Wow.
I saw that version.
It's like embarrassing to say that. You're like,
Yeah.
Actually, the director's cut with Coolio was pretty good.
Imagine if you were like, well, the director's cut of Dune was much better. It had Coolio in it.
Had Coolio, man.
And Sting.
Matt Murdock was working his court case. It's actually a better movie.
It is actually. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So all things nerd now. Let's do it.
Remember the sermon said, whoa, whoa, whoa. You sell Dungeons and Dragons dice? Dude, do you have any wooden ones? I've been looking for
I can hook you up. Yeah.
a set of wooden. It's at Critical Dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, at Critical Dice on Instagram.
Yeah.
Go follow him. I wish I were joking.
Although,
he really is that big of a nerd.
let me say this, though. Wooden dice are difficult because humidity and moisture can change the balance
nerd.
of it. And
Oh,
so you're
nerd.
not going to get a really good even roll.
You're smelling up my comics corner, you nerd.
That's impossible. It's already stinky.
talk?
It's already stinky. Yeah, exactly.
Really, sir?
Yeah.
Pat's Pastor Jason Wilson. I don't even call you Pastor right now. It's like he's not here on official pastor business. This is nerd talk.
No, those things absolutely go together because I love those kinds of imaginative collaborative storytelling games because they exist in a world of absolute morality. When we live in a real world where people question if there's absolute morality, if there is absolutely good and evil and consequences for those actions. And so
should I absolutely take the ladder that is leading to the next room or go the long way around? You know what I'm saying?
No one knows
what you're talking about.
Well, then they should pay attention.
absolutely
Yeah.
only played it once, and I miss it.
And how long did we play?
We played
Steve-O?
for
like
hours.
4
Nerd.
hours. And at the 3rd hour mark, I was like, well, we've been playing for 3 hours. And you're like, 3 hours?
What? It just time flies when you're an orc in a dungeon and you. Okay, anyways. So it is nerd talk.
I can feel Dex slowly dying inside.
So we'll talk about something he does care about just greatly.
Yes.
Netflix.
Yes.
Ooh, bring me that
Loves him
Netflix.
some Netflix.
Give me that password.
Here's the deal. We do know that Disney is launching their own service called Disney Plus. It's coming in late 2019, and they actually finally launched a website where you can go sign up for updates. So if you want to know what's going on with it, I went there, checked it out, and I didn't realize they're bringing all of their channels, if you will, all of their ownership to it. It's at preview.disneyplus.com. Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, all going to be. Yeah, I was going.
I didn't know Disney owned National Geographic.
I didn't either.
They own everything, man.
They apparently
do,
they're
yeah.
slowly taking over. So
Wow.
that's a thing. So Netflix, we know, is probably going to lose all of the Marvel stuff. But they did make an announcement on their Twitter, letting everyone to know on December 25th, Christmas Day, you don't need to leave your house and go to the movies because they are releasing Avengers Infinity War to their streaming service.
Wow.
That's their Christmas Day gift. Like,
That-
hey guys, on Christmas Day,
No way.
watch probably the greatest Marvel movie ever created.
Okay.
Well, that radically just changed all my Christmas plans.
Wow.
Do you not own it?
Okay.
Like, I
No.
think it's cool that they do that, but I'm like, I
So,
owned it the day it came
I'm
out.
weird about
Seen it
owning
140
movies.
times.
I only
Really?
own like 12 movies.
And that's not one of them?
No, Princess Bride,
We watched that last night.
Emperor's New Groove,
I did not watch that last night, but we've seen it this week, actually. That's really weird.
White Christmas.
Really?
Such
Nerd
good-
smell is
My
overwhelming.
wife
Such a
is
good
from the
movie.
Crosby family. From being
Really?
Crosby's family. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a great movie. Watch it every Christmas.
He adopted Chrissy's grandmother, I believe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nerd alert.
He was kind of a stand-up dude.
He really was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he
Actually,
has
from the
problems.
Crosby family. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So that's yeah.
That's how long will it be up?
That's the thing is 2019. They're saying that they're going to have their own streaming services. Probably not going to be that long.
So
it's
like a week.
Merry Christmas. Enjoy it while you can, because at the end of 2018,
Someone snaps their fingers and all the
yes,
movies go
Disney
away.
is snapping
I
their
see
fingers.
what you did
and,
there.
Yeah. All evaporating
spoils.
from Netflix. All evaporating. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about this as well.
Okay.
We all know Stan Lee passed away recently,
Yep.
and I mean, it was everywhere. It was
Right.
on there, and Instagram. Anybody who had ever read a comic book, watched a movie,
Even people who haven't read a comic book knew who it was.
were like paying tribute
Yeah.
to Stan Lee.
And rightfully so.
One person who was not doing that was Bill Maher. He hosts a TV show on HBO called Real Time with Bill Maher. He says a lot of really stupid things. I hate the guy. Sorry. He wrote a blog about the death of Stan Lee, and he wrote, Stan Lee. What to say about Stan Lee? Well, he inspired millions of people to watch a movie.
Okay.
That's really what he said. The guy who created Spider-Man and the Hulk has died, and America is in mourning, deep, deep mourning for a man who inspired millions to, I don't know, watch a movie, I guess.
Wow.
That
it
was
sounds
his
like
actual
he has an
quote.
acute lack of imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
He went on to say, because America has over 4,500 colleges, which means we need more professors than we have smart people, some dumb people got to be professors by writing theses with titles like Otherness and Heterodoxy in the Silver Surfer. And now, when adults are forced to do grow-up things like buy auto insurance, they call it adulting and act like it's some giant struggle.
No, come on.
I don't think it's a huge stretch to suggest that Donald Trump could only get elected in a country that thinks comic books are actually important. Yeah. Yeah, that was his take on the death of Stan Lee.
Do you think he really thinks that, or is just trying to get a rise out of people?
See, that's what I said. He's a provocateur.
Yeah, he is.
He says things,
Which is a great
just to,
word,
like,
by the way. Provocateur.
Being one is not great.
No,
Just
but
ask
it's a
James
good.
Gunn from like the
Right.
early 2000s. Didn't
Right.
work out for him.
No, but it's a good turn of phrase, like a raconteur.
Yeah, it is a great word, right?
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
gosh, the Raconteurs, that band. Do you know? Okay,
No,
sorry.
that was that Disney film with the guy with the jetpack.
Yeah, no. The Raconteurs
No.
is a band by
No,
with
no,
Jeff
no,
White.
no,
and they
no,
just steady
no.
as she
No
goes.
way.
No, okay.
Okay. No,
People did not take his comments well.
No, I imagine not.
I mean, you're a really smart nerd guy. What say you?
Well, this is what I think is like, I think he misses something larger in the cultural consciousness. that we all need heroes. And we all have heroes.
Can you play
And,
Hero?
I need a hero.
No, I was saying,
Okay.
and then a hero comes along. We went
Okay.
in totally opposite
We
directions.
did. Wow.
With the strength to carry on.
Stop it.
Okay, so everyone needs
Carey,
heroes,
play
and they have heroes, right? So some people, their hero is a teacher they had,
Mm.
or their hero is one of their parents, or their pastor, or just anything, you know. But because we need to be inspired, we need something to look up to. And Marvel Comics, in particular, especially this panoply of characters created in part or in whole by Stan Lee, are these flawed people who, on the daily, are overcoming their demons, inner demons and deficiencies and their regrets and their emotions. And it gives kids, especially, and even adults, a framework in which to work on those same issues themselves. And I mean, I remember hearing an interview with LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow and Star Trek The Next Generation, right? You know LeVar Burton.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about how many people he's met after The Next Generation ended that talked about seeing him, a person of color, be the chief of engineering on a fake show inspired them to become engineers or
Right.
to work in the science and technology fields. And it's like he's just an actor. His greatest claim to fame really is inspiring kids to read from Reading Rainbow.
Amen.
Okay?
I love that,
I love
dude.
that show too.
Mm-hmm.
But you have entire people who are, changing the world every day in science and technology because they watched a nerd show.
Right.
Which is what he's saying, well, no, we need real, real smart people and real professors. And it's just like, but what do you think inspires those people? That's like saying Beowulf isn't important. Well, it's not only one of the oldest pieces of English literature, but it inspired so much other great thinking and writing and hero tales. You can't dismiss fiction, which
Right.
is what he's basically doing.
Right.
He's dismissing all fiction everywhere by implication as useless because it has no direct purpose.
Well, Mark has a good quote on why he's doing that, but I can't repeat it on radio. He is a bad man, is what
Yeah,
I will say.
he's a bad man.
Fallout fanboy says, how could he discredit that man's entire life? He used his imagination to create heroes that we can relate to.
Yeah. What does Bill Maher produce?
Oh, I can't say what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I
don't do that.
like him.
But no, like what substantive thing does he produce into the world?
I feel like intolerance, hatred, bigotry, racism. He's just such a jerk.
At best, the best thing that you could say that he provides to the society is conversation.
He inspires people to troll, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
like
I mean,
seriously.
but even on the best case possible, even if you're going to give him every benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
he provides conversation and some entertainment to
does.
people.
Sure.
How is that any different than what Stan Lee does? I think even more so.
Right. Yeah. I'll tell you what, my son turned 6 on Monday, Brody Parker, and the number one thing he wanted, which he opened on Monday, that made my day, was a microscope. He got a microscope, and he got he calls it his scientist kit.
Yeah.
And so we've already been looking at spliced ants and wings and looking seriously, we got films and he was just looking at different slides in a microscope because he's telling us right now he wants to be a scientist.
Because all the best superhero in Marvel
Right.
are scientists.
Dude, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner and Tony Stark, and I'm looking at these
And
brilliant
Ant-
minds.
and Ant-Man and Spider-Man
And that's what
and-
he's doing. And so he got a microscope. And
Yeah.
that's what he's 6 and he wants to be
Yeah.
a scientist because
In
of
the-
cool comic book nerd people.
In the spring, get pollen and look at that. It's really, really
Okay.
cool.
All right.
Nerds, I need to stop you for a second. We got to take a quick break, okay? Calm down.
Yeah, real quick, Stanley's family said, to say that Stan merely inspired people to watch a movie is, in our opinion, frankly disgusting. Countless people can attest to how Stan inspired them to read, taught them that the world is not made up of absolutes, which
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
That heroes can have flaws, and even villains can show some humanity within their souls. Stanley was the author of millions of happy childhood memories and the provider of so many of the positive tools of adulthood. And we got to remember, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. That's her
We
statement.
need more people out there that do help out others.
Oh, I love it.
That do help out others.
All right, guys, the Nerd Talk will continue when we come back live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 studio.
Have you come to the end of your rope, just hanging on for dear life? Well, James McDonald believes God stands ready to be your rescue. So listen up.
Have you ever looked at a Christian going through a particular circumstance and think to yourself, man, I could never go through what they're going through? How many people have thought that? You know that in all of God's discipline, God's giving grace? But what you don't know is that God's giving them grace sufficient for their trial. That's what my grace is sufficient for you means. No matter what you face, no matter what discipline you go through, no matter what training you experience, no matter how high the waters get, they will not overwhelm you. God's grace will be enough for you.
You're listening to James McDonald and the program called Listen Up, a production of Walk in the Word, and designed to ignite passion in your heart for the Bible. For information and resources, go to jamesmcdonald.com.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
So often we as Christians, we don't want to think about non-believers and hassling with them. We just want to go to church and we want to be blessed and we want to be with other Christians and say Christian things to each other like the Lord closed the door. Then, we want to go eat. And then we want to take a nap, and then we want to come back to church again later. But we don't want to really interact with non-believers that make things uncomfortable and ask hard questions and kind of mess our life up a little bit. But then there are some believers that say, oh no, actually, I think I read somewhere I'm supposed to go into all the world and preach the gospel. And I know that Greg always wraps his message up with an invitation. I'm going to bring that neighbor. I'm going to bring that coworker. I'm going to go and invite them. Oh, but there's opposition. Yeah, I know, but I expect that. But listen, what if that person believes? What a joy that will be. God bless people that think that way. And more of us need to think that way.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
If I didn't know what it hurt like to be broken, then how would I know what it feels like to be whole? If I didn't know what it cuts like to be rejected, then I wouldn't know the joy of coming home. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. If I didn't know what it looked like to be dirty, then I wouldn't know what it feels like to be clean. And if all of my shame had drove me to hide in the shadows, then I wouldn't know the beauty of being free. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright if I'm not alright, 'cause the one who holds the stars is holding my whole life. Let your kingdom come, let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Father, let your kingdom come, let your will be done here in my heart as in heaven. Maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, 'cause the one who holds the world is holding on to me. Maybe it's alright
messengers. Maybe it's okay. It's Star 88. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's Wednesday. We got Thanksgiving tomorrow. Lots of people have anxiety because family's in town.
Ugh.
Just take a deep breath, man.
My mom's in town, actually.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her. It's awesome. 9:23.
High today of 56 degrees.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Back to Nerd Talk, guys. And go.
Oh, that's it?
Nerd.
That's how you're gonna throw it out there? I mean, we can, but if that's really what you want to do. Like
Nerd alert!
Just throw it out there like that.
The nerd smell is overwhelming.
In studio, we have Jason Mills.
What's up?
At Critical Dice on Instagram.
King of the nerds!
Stop it.
Dude, like in real life, where did that come from? Like, I
What?
know you're a D&D nerd, but all of
Yeah.
a sudden you're like, I'm just going to start selling nerd dice.
Yeah.
And then 20,000 people later, I'm going, what just happened?
No, we feel the same way about it.
Okay.
I'm just like the Sam Hill.
Yeah.
I know.
What
'cause-
the Sam Hill?
No, seriously, because we're both from rural areas. We're like Sam Hill and his dog. What's going on?
Who is Sam Hill?
We should
I'm a
look it up.
nerd.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I love that game and that community, and I wanted to kind of provide resources to help people have more fun around their table.
Do you whittle them?
No, no,
okay.
I have them.
Your kids do it? Put
Yes,
them to work whittling
slave
the dice?
labor. Yeah, no,
Oh.
I
China?
I do get a lot of stuff from overseas,
Hmm.
and some stuff is off the shelf, and some stuff is custom made for me, and yeah, and that community that I have on Instagram just kind of grew, kind of crazy. It's 9 months in, it was like 10,000 people,
Huh.
and then the last 3 months of the year, it jumped to over like 22,500 people.
Just wish that you would, keep it here in America, Jason Mills, There's a lot of people that need jobs here.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
Including me.
Do you need a job? I need a job too,
No, and I just do it as a side hustle for my family.
No, that's
and
cool, man.
Side hustle. It's like him and being an Uber driver.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I might go into the
Except
dice game.
I've never been mugged selling dice.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't yet,
Just wait
but-
when you start throwing them dice on the side of the streets.
Against the hubcap to
Yes.
come on 7, Daddy needs a new microphone.
Yes.
So is this kind of like
That's
selling, like if I was to sell guns on the
Yeah,
internet,
you
sell
you
dice?
It's a little tougher
you
to sell a
can't
gun.
do-
I don't think
no,
so.
You can't really do that.
I mean, to nerds, dice are a weapon.
They
you know
are.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You throw that 20, man, and it's like game on.
Yeah, no, it is like weapons, but I don't label them like that in the customs
Yeah.
forms, so which is probably good. Yeah, I mean, I sell them I ship out stuff all the time internationally. I sent stuff to Poland yesterday and to
Wow.
Sweden, Norway, the UK, Australia. I sent something this morning to South Africa.
So what is it that makes people want your dice other than
Okay, just
that?
by the way, they didn't tell me they wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm
but
actually
now
like
that-
intrigued.
Okay.
I really want to know.
Like,
now,
take over.
Okay, so now that we're here though, so the stuff I do is so some dice just because they're pretty, right? They're like they have sparkles or cool mixtures of colors and stuff. Seriously, no, it's as easy as that. OMG, I love
Where
these
do you
dice.
make them, though? Like,
No,
they
I'm
just-
China, bro.
I'll get them sourced overseas. So places like Hong Kong and China and other places like that. But some of the other ones I have are what I call true roll dice. And so they're dice that are actually made in such a way to prevent air bubbles and occlusions. So they're going to roll balanced. And then I sample test the shipments in the salt.
Y'all didn't know Nerd Talk was going this
in a
nerd.
salt
Thick,
in
man.
a saltwater solution that increases the density of the water, so the die will float.
Wow.
You flick it, and as it comes to rest, if it's at a different number every time, there's nothing changing the weight, and so you're gonna get a truly balanced roll every
Yeah,
time.
take that, Bill Maher.
Wow. So, okay.
Not smart people reading comic
So,
books.
do you think it's like word of mouth? That people are like,
yeah,
oh
a lot of
yeah,
it.
I've gotten dice from
Yeah.
this guy, and it's legit.
It's a
Yeah.
different role every
It's a
time.
different role.
Yeah,
This
no,
works.
like literally, someone posted a story on Instagram today that was like, "Oh, I got my dice," and they showed a picture of it, and so I reposted it.
What's your Yelp review?
I don't have a Yelp review because I'm not a place.
Oh. What's your? Do you have a 5-star rating?
On Amazon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have an engagement rate of about 9%, which is really high. For,
What's your markup on those things?
like 30-40%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dex is just like making a business plan.
I am.
Make
I'm
it a
like,
business plan.
maybe I should go into
So,
this.
so
you know?
one of the ones that I do is called the signature set, and a 20-sided die or a D20 is the most commonly rolled thing in a game like this. And if you roll a 20, it automatically succeeds. Like I'm going to try to jump over
That's
the
like a
chasm.
perfect.
It's like you like nailed it. Like
Yeah.
Not
Not only did you jump, it was like
it's a dude perfect moment,
yes.
right?
You did a backflip. You like kind of
landed.
moonwalk in the air a step, and then did a twirl, and then landed
And
on
then,
the other side.
and then you stick the landing, wink at the pretty girl, and you get a 10 from the Russian judge.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, but if you roll a 1, it's an automatic failure. No matter what you add to it, no matter how you try to explain it away, it's just no. Like it's all those failure compilations on YouTube. That's what that is.
Okay.
And so I made a set where on the 1, instead of a 1, it just says no. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna try to jump over the cliff. All right, roll a D20, roll. Did you make it? No. I just no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So if you're gonna fail, you might as well fail and stop.
Yeah.
Lean into it, have some fun with it.
Okay. Well, thank you, man.
Hashtag non-com.
Check it out.
But you didn't say anything about what makes that die special. You literally just are talking about D20, like hitting a 20 spot or something.
So that could, for those of you, okay, no, what makes this special is that set is a balanced set, and the D20 has been modified, so the 1 says no. And so when you play with it, it's really fun. And
But if you roll it a certain way, technically, couldn't it say on?
But there's a period, so you know that it's the right side up.
Okay.
I put a punctuation on purpose for that exact
Why
reason,
can't the
Steve-O.
1 be fail?
Because no is funnier.
Can the 20 just be yes?
It could, yes.
What else could the 20 be?
Read it and weep. I don't know.
Boom! Knighted. That's what I need on my
Boom, knighted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will that fit on a little D20 die?
No, I'll make it like 3 inches wide.
Yeah. There we go. Gosh, this
Nerd
is so
talk.
fun.
What did you want to talk about, Steve-O? I'm incredibly uncomfortable with this now.
Okay.
I don't like
He
talking
didn't
about
know we were
myself.
gonna, like, totally hit him
you
with
guys,
this die
listen,
thing.
I'm a talker for sure. I love talking to people. I love explaining things to people and teaching. It's really all that I do as you know, as a homeschool dad, as a pastor. But I don't really like talking about myself.
He really does.
I am.
I know. So, for those on twitch.tv/star88fm, one of our boys was asking for a link for the Bill Maher story.
Yep.
And, kind of diminishing the legacy that is Stan Lee. I posted it there, which leads to this. We talk a lot about comic books, and most people think they're just like children's stories
Right.
and whatever, blah, blah, blah. 20 years ago, there was an imprint called Marvel Knights.
Is that like Baywatch Nights?
Ah.
What was Baywatch Nights, by the way?
It
you
was.
mentioned
it
that, and
was,
I'm like, I don't even know what you're
okay,
talking
It was
about.
the cast of Baywatch with a private detective agency mixed with X-Files.
Shut up.
Seriously? Are you, man?
I'm not even
Baywatch?
joking, dude.
What was it on the same channel?
Yes.
I don't know, dude.
I'm not. That's not even like.
Pastor Jason Mills.
I'm not even joking.
Oh my
Critical
gosh,
Dice.
you're right, and it had the Hoff.
Yeah, Hoff's in it.
What? Oh, I never even heard of this.
Yeah, a lot of people have it.
Riding through this world.
It was like for a season or 2, I think. Then the sun goes down, and he puts on a leisure suit and solves crime as a private detective.
Oh
there
my
it is.
gosh, it's like Miami Vice.
It is.
Yeah.
And they investigate supernatural horrors.
Look at this cast.
In the city of angels.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I can totally see Jason Mills
Baywatch
watching this,
Nights.
man.
I've never watched a single episode.
Okay.
It's universally hailed
You don't have
as
to lie,
terrible.
bro. It's cool.
No, really.
Gosh, the Hoff. What a cool dude.
Like they fight vampires and stuff.
What?
The Lone
Yeah.
Wolf 846 said, "It's a show. I've seen it. It was terrible."
Oh yeah,
So
it's
wait,
not good.
vampires existed in the Baywatch world?
Yes!
Are you kidding me?
No!
Oh my gosh.
Stop it.
That just my mind is blown right now. I want to
Yeah,
go back and
but, you know,
watch Baywatch
In
now.
Baywatch, you don't see it because they're always on the
Oh,
beach
man.
and in the sunlight, and running water can destroy vampires, and so they're on the
What?
beach. Yeah, it's part of the
What?
mythology.
Did they never even
No.
There's nothing. Wow.
Yeah, it ran for 2 seasons, I think.
Incredible. Okay, all of this
Okay.
because I said Marvel Knights. That's
yeah,
literally all I
am
said.
so sorry because I can't not associate
Because Marvel
things.
Knights
thank you.
was MK. It was KNIGHTS.
Right.
It was the Marvel Knights. Okay. The Marvel Knights imprint was just a series of comic books. So basically, 20 years ago, you had the X-Men and Spider-Man and the Hulk and all these like, normal comic books doing normal comic booky things.
Right.
And in 2018, it's hard to think about this because I feel like most comic books are now Marvel Knight-ish.
Yeah.
Right?
Anti-heroes, a little grittier.
Yeah. And so back then, everything was fluffy, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to go save Aunt May again.
Yeah.
And
bright colors. Yeah.
So Marvel was like, hey, what if we did comic books that were a little grittier, a little darker, a little more adultish? We called it Marvel Knights. And
Right.
within that imprint, you had like Blade,
Mhm.
Vampire Hunter, The Punisher,
Yeah.
little grittier, punching people in the face and, murders and stuff. You had Daredevil. You had just all these different like guys that weren't necessarily Avengers. They
Yeah,
were just
Ghost
kind
Rider.
of, anti-heroes, if you will, vigilantes. And it was under this imprint called Marvel Knights.
Right. I remember. It was great.
So fast forward 20 years later, and this imprint hasn't been around for a very long time. Well, Donny Cates, who is a writer at Marvel, he does Doctor Strange, currently doing Venom, currently doing a Thanos comic book. He's a pretty brilliant writer, actually.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, it came out on November 7th, Marvel Knights 20th released. And everybody was like,
What is that?
Yeah, what is this? It just featured Daredevil on the cover, but then you start looking at the cover and you're like, wait, that's Wolverine. Wait, that's Luke Cage. Okay, over there, that's Iron Fist. What is this? And it was basically paying homage or celebrating 20 years of this legendary imprint that kind of changed
it changed
comic
the game.
books
Yeah.
and made it a little more acceptable for adults. So here's the premise. There's this dude who's got red sunglasses and he's wearing them at night.
All right.
And he
Like the
doesn't know
song.
where he's at, and he doesn't know what's going on, and he's at a grave, and and he doesn't he's kind of freaking out, and this cop pulls up and is like, "Freeze! What are you doing here? How'd you get here?" I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. And the cop's like, "I was told to come here to find a man named Matt Murdock. Who are you?" And he's like, "I don't know." And he grabs his wallet and he's looking and he's like, "You're Matt Murdock." And they get into a tussle, and Matt Murdock's shirt comes open, and he's wearing his Daredevil costume underneath.
Right.
Oh.
And he's looking at this cop who's tussling with him, and the cop is Officer Castle, Frank Castle.
Oh no. The Punisher.
And so they start trying to figure it out, and they look at the grave, and they're at Karen Page's grave.
Oh wow.
Karen Page
spoiler
from
alert.
Daredevil. Yeah, so all that
She
to say,
dies? Thank goodness.
they have not really said
Yeah.
what the book is about,
Yeah.
other than the fact it's literally everyone from the Marvel Knights imprint, and the Kingpin's in it. I've seen, I don't want to spoil too much. There's a lot of characters in it, and all
Stop
of them
holding
have
back.
somehow had their memories wiped
Right.
and don't understand who they are, how they got where they are, what's going on. But at the end of the first issue, you find out who the mastermind is behind all of the mind wipes.
Yeah.
You still don't know the preface, like the premise, why he's doing this.
So someone's basically hit a soft restart on a bunch of these characters.
Yes.
And now this isn't the first time Marvel's done something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Onslaught?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. So on the storyline get like 20 years ago. I
20 years ago, yeah, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we don't know what to do with the X-Men because we've kind of run out of stories."
Yeah, or we don't know what to do with a lot of our big properties.
Because we ran out of stories.
Right. So basically, there was this bad guy named Onslaught, and in the aftermath of it all, a bunch of heroes supposedly died trying to stop him. And then all of a sudden, they come out with this new line of comics with this kind of soft reboot of their stories, like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and others. And it turns out that Franklin Richards, the oldest boy of Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, had put them in like a pocket dimension to save them from the battle of the Onslaught thing,
So
where they're playing out these well-known stories, but like for the first time for them.
Mm.
And so it was something for the reader, but also something that was kind of had an in-world, in-story reason for it to happen. So it reminds me of that a little bit, actually.
Yeah, it's really cool because within the first issue, Daredevil is awakened and then remembers.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of slowly starts trying to awake, and then they're trying to awake their friends
Right.
who don't know what's going on,
House
like
of
Foggy
M.
Nelson. There's so many layers to it, but if you're a fan of just comic books in general, It's the number one thing right now that I was reading, and I'm like, I can't recommend this more. I texted Teo like in that moment, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing bass for Vespertine at the show in Ohio. And I'm like, get off the stage, go to a comic shop that's somehow open late at night, buy this book right now.
Yeah.
So Marvel Knights, the 20th anniversary, we had a few people chiming in
That's
going,
cool.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's a really cool way to pay homage to the 20th anniversary of Marvel changing the game and making it
'cause
more
the late
adultish, if
the
you will.
late 90s also saw the rise of a big third-party publisher for comics of Image, right? Image Comics, and they had gritty anti-heroes like Spawn and Savage
Wildcats,
Dragon,
bro.
Wildcat, Savage Dragon, and so it was
Wetworks.
Did you say Savage Guard?
Cyberforce. I read every Image comic that came out.
You could have
I
probably
was that
skipped some
kid.
of those.
Yeah, I know.
Youngblood
Youngblood.
was cool.
Youngblood was cool.
But Prime.
Bloodshot.
Prime.
Chill, bro.
Yeah.
Max.
So it's that same, exactly. It's that same kind of stuff. So where it kind of took a hard right turn, kind of self-corrected a little bit, but the comics game was really never the same.
It's called Marvel Knights 20th. It came out on the 7th, and the second issue actually releases today. So you know where I will be today as soon as I'm off of work.
Beautiful.
Picking that up. Well,
Thank you,
nerd,
Jason.
Nerd Talk wasn't bad.
Yeah, man. That was great.
Great, man.
Look at that
Learned
Nerd
a lot.
Talk.
Learned a lot.
Add Critical Dice if you ever need to, roll a 20 spot.
Absolutely.
What?
yes.
I don't even know.
It's not gambling, Steve.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it was a professional gamble.
It's gambling
Pastor
of
selling
imagination.
Nerd dice, so.
All right, Jason Mills, you nerd.
Thank you.
For coming in, bud.
No problem.
It's cool to be a nerd. It's cool to be a nerd.
It
now.
is. It's about passion.
That's right. I wish I could be a nerd. All right, we got to take a break, guys. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Judah Smith seeks to define the purpose and meaning in life. He says life is to trust God in every moment.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. As a pastor, as a fellow Jesus follower, what do you want to pray for? I'll pray for anything. You better hear me. You want to pray for a parking spot, Christmas time at the mall? I'm in. You want to pray for a bonus? Let's go. You want to pray for a new job? I'm in. You want to pray for restoration of your marriage? Let's go. I'm that guy. You want to pray for a t-shirt? I'm in. I think you can pray about everything. I got no problem with any of that. God wants to bless you. He says in this life, you'll have houses and lands. It can be a testimony to God, but let us not forget that in all of our trinkets and toys and stuff and things and possessions, it all culminates in pointing us back to the source, the resourcer, the provider, the point of it all, and it's Jesus.
Trust God in every moment. That's Judah Smith with a Star 88 PowerPoint.
As I walk this great unknown, questions come and questions go. Was there purpose for the pain? Did I cry these tears in vain? I don't want to live in fear. I want to trust that you are near. Trust your grace can be seen in both triumph and tragedy. I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and you won't let go. But sometimes my faith feels thin, like the night will never end. Will you catch every tear, or will you just leave me here? I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and you won't let go. Yes, I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and my soul. In the flood or the fire, you are with me. I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and you won't let go. In the flood or the fire, you are with me and you won't let go. In the flood or the fire, you are with me and you won't let go.
10th Avenue North. I have this hope. Good morning, 944.
High today of 56 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Turkey Day tomorrow. Just, hey, you don't need to overeat, guys. Don't overeat. Gained 9 pounds since last week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Every year at Thanksgiving, my family eats all night.
It's true. Thank you for this beautiful turkey song, Dex.
Smothered in gravy. Now my pants are feeling tight. During the holidays, can't keep my weight down. I was a cool guy, but now my butt is fat and round.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Belly says, I wish that I could start a new diet. I'm thinking Atkins, might as well try
No,
it.
don't try that.
I wish that I could flatten my stomach past the drumstick.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
We're in the final stretch.
Final stretch before we go on a little break. Thanks for joining us this morning, all you Starmy members on YouTube and Twitch. Just love you guys so much. Albert, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm excited about Baywatch Nights. I can't wait to go binge watch that.
Gosh, that was so bad.
David Hasselhoff and vampires? Are you kidding me?
I mean,
how did that not work back in the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy, though. No, we appreciate you guys and love you. I'm very thankful for the Starmy. Thankful that I get to come in and act like an idiot, try to be somewhat creative, and share it. My hope, and this has always kind of been my hope, doing radio, is that I'd be able to entertain people, make people laugh, and kind of take them out of their, just their day-to-day stresses.
Yeah.
While they're going to work or.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier when everybody's at home on vacation and you're like, well, I got to go to work. Oh, wait, I love my job.
Yeah.
Get to hang out with this guy. And then for Jarrett, Albert, Fallout Fanboy, everybody chiming in on Comics Corner saying, it's got to do weekly feature, guys. I'm bringing it back. Don't worry.
Comics Corner?
It'll be there.
That's cool, dude.
Well, with Pastor Jason Mills.
Whatever you want.
Inject a little, now that we got breaks and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
It's perfect. Little 15-minute-er.
Yeah, man. I think we went about 30 on that one, so we might have to tighten it up a little.
It's the holidays. Had a lot to talk about.
That's true.
It's been a solid 10 talking about that D20.
Yeah, that D20, those dice, man, I tell you. I can't believe that he's outsourcing to China.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Hey, real quick, want to give a shout out to Mason watching us right now. Texted and was like, bro,
thanks, Mason.
Come on, dog, shout out. Shout out, there you go.
Love you, Mason.
There's your shout out. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, being a radio guy's it's a cool job. It really is. I still can't believe I've been doing it as long as I have. You've been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's very cool, And I saw this story this morning, and this is pretty cool because when I've had friends in bands, and I'm sure you've heard this before. It's like when bands perform in front of like 5 people, they say they're going to put on the best show they possibly can for those 5 people. They do the exact same show that they would if there was like 100 people or 1,000 people, Yeah. And that made me think of this guy in England named Deke Duncan. He's always wanted to be a radio DJ. He's 73 years old, and Back in 1974, he set up his own studio in a shed in his backyard. This might be the first, like, podcaster ever, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So he was never affiliated with an actual radio station. And for 44 years, he's been doing his own show and broadcasting to an audience of one. He plays it through a set of speakers in his living room, and his wife, Teresa, is the only one who ever hears his show. This is incredible. You want to hear some of them? You want to hear some of his breaks?
Duh.
You want to hear what he sounds like? Here he is. Here's Deke Duncan.
Here to try and put a grin around your chin. Special hello, how are you? Going out right now to Mrs. Teresa Duncan, 57 Gondel Crescent at Stevenage. How in the world are you feeling, my darling? It's 9:40 on 77. These are the OJs.
Oh, we have interesting people, teachers, even the police came down. Apparently, a neighbour complained that the music was slightly loud. The police came down to tell us to quieten it down, and we invited them in and interviewed them, and they really loved it.
12 o'clock on 77. Steve Duncan in the air chair for the next 3 hours. Thanks for tuning our way, and if you're listening in your car right now, thanks for the ride.
Wow! That's what I'm talking about. He's pretty good.
But he literally just did this for his wife?
Yeah. He wanted to be on the radio, but he never got a job in radio, so he just kind of kept broadcasting in his shed. Wow. Yeah, hooked up the speakers in the living room, and his wife, Teresa, listened to the show every day for 44 years. He said his interest in radio was sparked by pirate station Radio Caroline, which would broadcast off the East Coast in the 60s. He set up Radio 77, named after a job lot of secondhand jingles bought from an American station of the same name. He said, we used to record all the shows and play them back and think, wow, that's cool. But we couldn't afford to keep buying spools of tape, so they just recorded over them.
I bet you they lost some good things.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Seriously, because 44 years, can you imagine? Just like, I'm sure he's got some pretty good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Mr. Duncan presented nonstop Winked slots on the station with friends. He made regular references on air to the fact he was broadcasting from and to, his address. And he said the house was our ship. We took the fantasy so far, we said, we must not go out the front or back door because you'll all fall in the sea. The station was subject of a BBC nationwide report. I guess the BBC did a special on this guy back in the day, and they aired some of it, some of his broadcasts from his shed. And now the BBC is doing something pretty cool to honor this guy. They're actually going to give him his own 1-hour Christmas special next month.
I love this, dude.
This BBC affiliate, it reaches over 125,000 people a week. And they surprised him with the news during a live interview on Sunday. Here's that.
So, Deaky, you said your ultimate ambition was to broadcast to the whole of Stevenage.
Yep.
After 44 years, your dream is going to be a reality.
Well, you better pass the tissues.
Oh,
how does it feel?
That feels really nice.
Yeah, about time. It's been 44 years. Where were you,
bro.
BBC?
First time in my life I'm speechless. Wow. Well, that's cool.
You deserve it.
Oh, thank you. I think you're a cool DJ as well. I really do. I do.
Deke, once again, come on, get the guys through. We need to give this man a round of
He's a
applause.
cool guy.
After 44 years, his dream is going to come true this Christmas. Come on for Deke Duncan.
That's cool.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
This is I shout this at the Jeter Boys regularly. Like, what do you want to do in your life? What do you want to do in your career, like at school, whatever it is? Like, don't allow a closed door to stop you from your passion, from your dream. For 44 years, that dude did his own radio show.
Yeah, and they're giving him 1 hour. Thank you, BBC. That's very generous of you. Giving
Here's
them
the
1
question,
hour,
though. Here's
yeah.
the
And
question.
It's a Christmas special.
He's in the UK. Depending upon the bands he's playing, there might be some controversy with what he says. And here's why. How do you pronounce the name of this band?
Blink 182.
Blink 182?
Yeah. Or Blink 182.
Hmm.
Or Blink 182.
Did you know that the British actually call it Blink 182?
Do they really? The English do? Oh, gosh. They just didn't know how to pronounce it? Nobody corrected them?
It came to the attention on the Late Late Show because he chimed in saying, whoa, 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 the British call Blink 182 Blink 182. And I'm not saying that's why they lost the Revolutionary War, but...
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
And then a British dude chimed in. His name is James Corden, who said, whoa, what do you call them? We call him 182. And he said, don't start this. I admit we're wrong on this. Americans call them Blink 182, which is also wrong. They technically should be called Blink 182.
Oh, see?
Stop taking some moral high ground here, America.
Oh, wow.
To which people just started going back and forth. I've always known them as Blink square root of 33,124.
So stupid.
A little man named Tom DeLonge actually chimed in on this at one point.
What did he have to say
who
about it?
said it's actually Blink 182.
Okay.
People have all gotten this wrong for years. Sometimes this can happen with very complex, thoughtful, and elevated art. But when the lead singer says that everybody's saying it wrong, now people are very confused.
I love it.
So, British guy, make sure you call it by the correct title. It's Blink 182, according to the frontman of the band.
Blink 182.
Blink 182.
Thanks for tuning our way, and if you're listening in your car right now, thanks for the ride.
Oh, man. Again, 73-year-old DJ in England. Been doing his own radio show from his backyard for 44 years.
Yeah.
Only person who's ever heard it is his wife over a set of speakers in their living room. And now BBC is going to hook him up with a 1-hour special, a Christmas special. You know, I guess that's cool. I mean, I think they should probably give him his own time
on
slot.
Twitch, bro. I'm just going to find a show.
I know. I want to hear some of these.
YouTube somewhere.
You right? I wonder if we could find some of these online.
He's
you know,
going to play a lot of Beatles. You know it.
Yeah.
Here to try and put a grin around your chin. The special hello, how are you?
Do you think his wife ever got do you think she appreciated it, or do you think she got annoyed with it after a while? It's like, gosh,
Because he just never stopped doing it.
Yeah.
44 years. She's like, I'm in the living room listening to you. Give me a shout out on your radio show that only I'm listening to.
She probably loved it, actually.
What if you just, I don't know, came in here and hung out with me?
That's what I'm saying. Probably kept them busy.
Going out right now to Mrs. Teresa Duncan, 57 Gondel Crescent at Stevenage.
I would love to interview this guy just to kind of see, well, how long did you broadcast a day? How long was your show? You know, did you have a regular on-air shift? Be kind of cool, man.
I love it.
I love you.
Whatever.
I love
Whatever.
you. Whoa. I love you, bro.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop.
Don't stop believing.
That's right.
Don't give up on your dream.
All right, we're done. We're going on break, everybody. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are gone.
Until Monday, my friends. Until Monday.
That's right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us on YouTube and Twitch at Star88FM. Appreciate you guys. If you missed any of the shows, you can go back and watch. You can download the app, get us on demand. We're on iTunes. Just search Morning Invasion. And
happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah.
Gonna go watch It's a Wonderful Life. Gosh, I love that movie so much.
All right. Well, have a great Thanksgiving, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
Addictions come in different colors, but Skip Heitzig has a pointed thought in this hotspot.
Addiction is always a present danger posed by our own nature. The Bible calls it the flesh.
Hotspot. Recovery is more than taking your life back from